Welcome back, everyone, to Abomination Vaults on the Undeniably Good Time Network. Hope you all had a good Christmas break. Coming back here. What was that?
I don't know. I had a thought and it was gone.
That's what I thought.
Smooth brain.
My brain is too smooth for your insults to stick. They simply slide over its glossy surface.
That's right.
So now that we've taken Nick's boss and handed it, its head, what's next?
Indeed. When last we left our heroes, a valiant revenge fight between web lurker Mimnevex and Drevin, the pious puppy, occurred. And then Derp just proceeded to roll a gazillion 20s.
20s on 20s on 20s. You don't get to have a boss fight.
It was so crazy. It was a good fight, though. Go back and watch it if you've missed it. It's on the VOD.
But things are dangerous? Let me fix that real quick.
Just roll 20s and everything is fine. When last we left our heroes, they were standing, enjoying the spoils of victory, which includes a web pouch full of something, at least something shiny that Calbum found.
Yeah.
We have a new creepy pet that Nil has picked up.
She's so cute.
Yeah, it's not at all, actually. And also, Drevin has a sense of satisfaction, and Mocker got to use his quick jump feat. Immediately on the session that he got it. But for those of you at home who are confused, why don't we go around the table and introduce our characters? We'll start over here.
I am the swollest of the small, Calvin Fimblybottom. He's a wizard, and he might be exploring the weird depths of what accounts for the internet of the Pathfinder world, because he knows too much.
It's what that wild-eyed guy in the bar told him once.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Drevin Sorrel, a very large, very self-satisfied after this last fight. Null,
Nice.
who
Give
has
himself a pat on the back.
Yeah, pat on the back, carried out Saren Ray's will. He was given a chance, came back 3 weeks later? Or something?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
kicked the
wonder
door into
on.
his house, beat him to a pulp, let him go, kicked the door into his house again 3 weeks later, and then he decided to fight you to the death that time.
Turns out he got his one chance. I didn't have to give him a chance this time.
Find a better house, idiot.
Find a better house. So, yeah.
I was like, all right, clear the fishing village. The fishery won't do. I'm going to go, this dungeon. They'll never get me in here.
Yeah, this
I'm going
is
to go
totally
down in
safe.
this dungeon
I'm not
and
even
live
gonna
in this
bother
corner.
anybody in
Get a
here.
better real estate, you scrub.
There's like a monster realtor who's kind of like, oh, this is going to be perfect. You'll love it. It's out of the way. Adventurers are not going to come in here. It's been centuries. No one's even made it down to level 2. You'll be fine. I promise you. Very reasonable rates.
Honestly, you're supposed to live in dungeons if you're a monster. So, this is your thing. This is your place.
Yeah.
and then
Tax-free.
the pious puppy
Oops.
comes along and just
Bonk.
and
Are
it's
you
all
getting
over.
the inside? Are you talking to the realtor? Are you
You know what,
setting
that's
them
what we
up
need.
for future?
Well, I mean, all this real estate is vacant now.
Yeah, I get to
I'm
just
telling
once
you,
a week
the
cycle them out.
Midflits area up top, that's been posted on the Monster Realtor website.
Yeah.
I get a little
Monster Zillow.
Yeah, I bet you do. So, and if you give them the first chance and they have to move, I mean, the realtor just gets more business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
It's a great business. You should really look into
Serious
this.
kickbacks, yeah.
And I'm not lying. So
you know
it
what?
works.
Calvin has discovered the conspiracy
That's
between the
real
Saranite
conspiracy.
Temple and Monster Realtors.
That's what it is. It's a landlord.
As long as I'm not lying and I give them a chance to leave peacefully, I can then crash their house in and make it vacant next week.
Huh. Okay, so
you're a mob enforcer.
Yeah, so Drevin works for the mafia.
That was already quite clear to Calvin. Calvin was definitely on that train for a long time.
And then I get a nice little weekly salary.
I would just like to say that
You get to keep what you find.
Exactly.
Corrupt cops. Knew it.
Corrupt pups.
when I was told to come invest in the Lord's work, this was not what I had in mind.
You didn't get this section of it.
Just wait a couple months.
You have to wait a couple months,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
give you the new
Yeah.
pamphlet.
You gotta know they can trust you.
Well, that's Drevin.
We're still doing intro.
Man. Well, why don't we come over here to
the
Nil?
derailer of campaigns.
Well, over here is Nil, Nil Grumman. Reduce, reuse, recycle over here. Trying to use all of the parts of the animal Really just, a druid trying to come up with more new innovative ways to use all these monster parts. I mean, we've got a lot hanging around.
Yeah, right.
This is
But
how
just
they
because you
clean
have
up
to
the
like
evidence.
use all of the parts doesn't mean you have to carry all the parts around with you.
They would go bad if I didn't.
We don't have ice boxes where you can store a single potato.
Yep.
I feel personally attacked.
No, see, this is all just part of the routine because you have to have someone to clean up the mess.
Makes sense.
You get a nice little kickback for cleaning up the mess.
Oh my gosh, we would have such a good business.
Oh, connected, bro. So connected.
We've already met the best janitor ever, though, so I feel like it's all
Definitely
downhill from here.
devoted to his job, that's for sure.
I feel really bad that I wrecked that guy's temple.
Well, his room. You ruined his room.
I feel real bad about that, actually, now.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell me about Mocker?
Mocker Thorngard. Yes, one of the founding citizens of Otari. I'm a descendant. Human, of course. Thaumaturge, because I know things, and they're true. Whether you believe them or not is irrelevant. I believe them, and thus they work.
They work.
Also, my sword, Naji, it is best friends with Bones over here.
Well,
They have an understanding.
yeah, friends is a strong term.
Does Najee really have a friend?
Yeah, I don't
Aside
think-
from Mocker,
yeah.
really. Like, he kind of
Naji's
likes...
my best
Najee
friend.
likes you. Oh, your best friend? That's sad.
That's kind of sad.
But given the company you keep, not surprising, I
Wait,
suppose.
is your last name Thorngard because of the Rose Guard? That's pretty clever if it is true.
That's exactly why.
Big if true. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just caught on.
Mechanical question.
Maybe that's been known for a long
That's
time. I am
been
just
known
that
since
slow.
session 0,
Took
my
me
guy.
Took
I mean, to
me
be
10
fair-
weeks to figure it out, but I got there.
It was
guys.
never spelled out, like, deliberately.
Strangely,
I
mean,
listened to my improv partners.
Speaking of Najee,
So a mechanical question: Can the familiar part of the sword be transferred to other weapons, or if you lose it, it's just gone? I assume it can be transferred.
it can be.
technically the
This is
familiar
just,
is the spirit.
the
Yeah.
familiar is the spirit in the sword, not the sword itself.
Just a mechanics
Yeah.
question.
Is
'cause I was
anybody
curious.
offering
I mean,
anything for him? Because,
He might need a home.
I'm just saying.
At a
There'll be
certain
2 skeleton fishes.
At a certain point, the sword belonged to the spirit inside of the sword, and thus the spirit really likes it there.
Can we put the spirit in my hammer? So then and then we put your familiar in my hammer, and then there's 3 spirits in 1 weapon.
Sounds really crowded.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
it hits
against...
really hard.
I'm
I
pretty
think-
sure that's it's because all the spirits in there are really angry about being all
Well,
crammed
I'm
in the
pretty
same
sure mine would
Pokeball.
just get bullied. Like,
So what are we gonna do
kind of a
with
sad
what are we
time.
going to do with these spiders?
We're not trying to counsel a Nicaea, create a triune god kind of scenario.
And then we got to
over
get
here.
a
That's not
familiar
what we're
from
doing.
you.
That was a Catholic
It's
joke
the
for
cat.
anyone that was concerned.
I
don't think
actually-
anybody got it.
I got it.
The
Council of
Jew
Nicaea-
got it in the
Council
room.
of Nicaea, Constantine got together a whole bunch of ancient people to figure out.
I don't know how we got derailed like this, but it happens terribly frequently.
no, see, this is
It's been a while since we hung
so you're
out.
gonna try to cram Calbum's cat into the hammer.
We tape the cat to the top of the
No,
hammer.
we're not
Okay.
taping the cat.
Then we have an occult.
So when
we
last
have a
we left our
primal,
heroes-
a divine, and an arcane all in one hit.
So you're all in this web-encrusted meeting room. We have a web sack full of shinies.
Sorry, I thought I went through that sack. I thought we
did.
like figured out or at least several of
So
the
yeah,
items.
you should have had one set of like round like sling bullets that were shining. That's where the shiny thing came
we
from.
had a necklace of fireballs.
You had a necklace of fireballs. I think you'd actually identified that.
We did.
You had an opal that was iridescent and flinkery, looked like an armored talisman. And you also found I don't know if I this was on the list. You found a stone. It looks like an icon. That is of a skull with moss coming out of the mouth. And that has been carved into this sort of square plaque with a plug on the back of it that looks like it can be fit into something.
like a key.
Yeah, kind of like a key in an adventure game.
Ah,
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
Don't we have a key?
So I'm going to lay on hands twice.
Yeah, you got a little bit beat up,
Yeah.
as I recall.
And that puts me almost back to full.
Well, I'll
I
look at
also
the
got
skull with
bit
the.
a few times.
Oh, yeah. Well, was that so bad?
Got taken on a magic carpet ride, my friend. Dream spider venom works good.
Pretty great.
Yeah, you have that one dream spider that is up in the upper corner of the room, which is like wants no part of any of you. And then there's another dream spider, which seems to at least have some kind of agreement with Nil. And it's just kind of like chilling out over there by Nil and staying away from the rest of you.
It's vibing.
Potion vial. Well, you don't happen to speak common, do you?
I thought you had speak with animal or speak with creatures.
It's
I thought that's how we like convey.
She has wild empathy.
Yeah. So
which is like she can use diplomacy to kind of try to talk animals around, but you're not talking to the animal.
Yeah.
Got it.
There is magic for that, but
I thought you would cast that spell, but I'm good with it.
If she could talk with the animals.
So I approach my new best friend, this spider.
Yeah, huh?
With the vial. It's empty. You can see it's beautiful. It's crisp, a crisp, nice little like ting on it. If you were to
visual, like an auditory shininess to it.
Yes.
Somehow.
And I like shuffle. Do you speak common?
Just kind of looks at you, kind of like an animal would look at you.
Dwarven?
You have a nature score.
Just gonna go through all the languages you know.
I know two. I've already gone through
done.
them. Yeah.
So this is a dream spider. Despite the fact that it was apparently in the service of Mimivex, it is an animal. It does not speak a language. It has it knows spider hissiness, but it's not like a language really. It's like dog barking kind of thing.
I can hiss at a spider.
You can totally hiss at a spider. It's like barking at a dog. The dog would look at you very confusedly. But if you want to try it, you have wild empathy.
Well, really, what I would like to do is just walk up to it and pet it behind its head so I don't accidentally pet any of its eyeballs.
It will let you.
What a good spider. Wow, I wasn't really expecting it a bit, but kind of.
Yeah.
Potty trained and everything.
No, it seems to be. It seemed you won it around at the end of the fight last time, and it's like, okay, I think you even gave it something, and like
We fed it.
It's like okay, this thing is good, and it kind of talks to me, and it kind of like, yeah, okay, this will work, and it's just kind of chilling out by you. It's not like this spider isn't used to being domesticated in some sort or another.
Gotcha.
It's the same way that
You're just like a
tortellini
different
deals
web
with me.
lurker. You just look a little weird for a web lurker.
Do I know how to retrieve venom from a spider?
How to milk a spider?
Yes.
So you know the basics of it.
That's better than I know, so that's great.
Okay. So
Vile
so
spider.
I pick bonk bonk. Come on. So
Milking
It's
spiders.
like someone playing with Barbies. You're just like smashed together. I don't know. That's how.
So
Milking spiders
let's
is
see here. Why
very
don't you give me a
direct.
nature check? I'll let you use nature for this.
perfect.
Unless you have some
I
kind of
hope I
weirdo
roll a
lore.
one.
I have lore
Come
of milking
on.
spiders.
Crit this.
I
want a crit.
one.
I want like
I want
a
a one.
I want a
Give,
I want a one.
Give me an 18.
It's an 11.
If it
Okay,
was a
well,
one, you're looking for the udder.
yeah, no, right? It would have been so good. So it's a 19.
It's a 19. Okay. So you know the basics of milking a spider is you effectively get the way you typically milk a spider or a venomous snake or something that runs with these types of like a venomous bite is you take a vial and you put a skin analog over it. So this could be typically that you would use sort of a thin
I have a lot of
parchment.
skin.
I mean, your own skin, I suppose you could
I don't
theoretically
have my own. I have
flay
other
off
people's
some
skin. Too.
That's
Neil
yeah,
has,
in your
Neil has a satchel full of skin.
in your
doesn't have to
flesh
be mine.
in your flesh pouch, right? You would go and tie that over to basically act like the skin of something, and you would just basically take this vial and poke it in the face and agitate this animal so that you triggered a bite reflex, a bite response. It would bite into the skin analog, inject its venom, except instead of poisoning someone, it would fall into the vial, and now you have some venom.
Excellent.
That's typically how that works. Usually you make sure that you secure the animal appropriately. A snake, you would hold it right behind the head. The spider, you might need to like, I don't know. Huh?
Pet it. I petted
Baby
it.
pet. Well, no, the point is you want it agitated so it bites.
Well, not if it's intelligent enough to be like friend.
It's baby. I don't know. It'd be like you're trying to like get a bite reaction out of. Because the thing is, there's calm and then there's agitated, and it's agitated. If it's calm, it won't bite. If it's agitated, it bites.
Gigi has everything in between, so why can't this?
Just try.
It's just like a very different puppy.
You own a snake.
He doesn't bite
Because he's calm.
It's like a cat though. So all we have to do is try to touch the spider's belly,
Can we please leave this room?
and then the cat will, or the
Okay.
spider, just kidding, spider will let you do it for like 3 seconds, and then
Okay.
suddenly you will be bitten.
Okay.
That's how it works.
All right.
Well, you've
so,
already had experience being bitten, so
So-
I'll hold you. You can hold here with the vial, and I'll go pet the belly.
Sounds great.
Coochie coochie coo.
You know, Femily, we're actually
You know,
gonna be an
I'm also
excellent team.
I'm also trained in nature, but I'm just gonna sit back and watch this.
All right. Okay. You know what? This is amazing. All right. Let's see.
I'm just gonna be recharging my focus points while they.
Yeah,
do
you
this.
got time. This is the reason why, because you're blowing your focus points and you're charging them back up. So, I guess you're gonna aid and you're gonna try it. So you,
Okay.
what's your,
Oh gosh.
Athletics.
would you like it the other way around?
No.
He's the strongest of the group.
Yeah, I'm the swole.
Nice.
I'm about to get
You are
more
like-
swollen.
You are like.
Hold on. What am I
super
rolling though?
Well, I was gonna
Athletics.
go with,
Athletics.
I was gonna go, athletics. I was gonna go with like a nature, but
Well, you
I'll
gotta
take
hold it.
arguments for other
I
things.
mean, I'm only holding a vial so that the spider can bite it.
yes.
And I'm trying
What
to
about medicine?
reflexively. I mean, none of these are going to be great.
Yeah.
Let's
That's the
let's be
point.
quite clear. Acrobatics, athletics, nature. I got
Survival.
none of them.
Okay.
Survival's also not bad.
Nope, don't have survival either.
You may have picked a poor person.
No,
to do
this is great.
Great.
I love it.
Crafting.
Huh?
Crafting.
Yeah, no, not really. No.
I could make an argument for it because he has to craft the skin over the vial, make sure it stays
No, that's-
well
that Neil
together.
did.
No,
I've already done
Neil
that.
did that already.
All I'm doing is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna roll. Ready? And that's a 7 on the die. So it's either an 8 or a 9. Take any skill you want. It's either an 8 or a 9.
You're super aid, though. I got a 19 on the die, so the aid.
Hey,
is
there we
like
go.
Really
That's
good.
+2.
So it's either a 9 or a 10.
So, you give me a fortitude save.
Great.
Well, you got the venom.
I did. Fortitude save. That is a 19.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you're building up a bit of a tolerance.
Yeah.
The thing does munch your hand as you get. It basically bites, and you're maybe able to move it so that it half gets in the vial and half bites your hand.
Perfect.
You're gonna take another 1 point of damage.
I am so
Consistency.
resistant to this bite. I know what it feels like. It's like getting a tattoo. Feeling good.
You can't. I can't. I roll minimum damage against you for every single
Listen,
one of
I-
these
I know.
spider bites.
It's great.
But your head swims a little bit, but I guess you didn't get enough of it that time. And there's a very tiny amount of spider vitamin in the vial. Not really very much you could do much with, but it's a start.
There is plenty. This is exactly what I needed.
You got it,
Excellent
buddy.
work.
It's all for you.
Here's a here I have I just happen to have this on me, and I will hand over. It just looks like a little bit of it looks like a red Skittle.
Uh-huh.
And you can eat that whenever you would like.
That's 18 for the fortitude save that I'm going to eat.
Crunch it
Excellent
right down.
work.
Oh,
Perfect.
It tastes
Don't-
not like a Skittle.
It doesn't taste like a Skittle, but it looks like one.
That's 2d6 plus 4 for you.
+4?
Yes.
Is he gonna be okay after all that venom?
He looks great to me.
I'm totally
He's
fine.
wobbling on his feet.
Super good.
Slurring a little bit.
Great. Super great.
I've seen drunks walk home better than he is.
Take 9.
Oh, here you
That's
go.
I'm at full. I'm
Yeah.
great. Super great. Feel great. I'm so strong.
Well,
Where are we going now?
should I just leave these spiders here?
Well, if it follows us, if it followed us home, Mom, can we keep it?
Well, let's see if he continues to like us in the way he has been. If he follows us, he can stay.
Spiders aren't really like an exploratory creature. They like their dens. They like their houses. They're like homebodies.
You're probably right. Well, do these? What do we know about? What do you actually know about these spiders?
A lot. I know a lot about these spiders.
There's no other doors.
What do I
in this
know
room.
about these spiders?
Just the way you can.
Let's head back out that way.
Head back out that way.
And head through the other door that we didn't go through.
So you open the door, and you head back out, being very careful to dodge the paintings of Absalom's destruction, which seem to radiate death beams as you wander.
That's a
I'm
great
gonna get-
home defense system.
Now I remember.
I'll
where
just
we are.
leave the spider back there and just like throw an entire pile of intestines in there to like make sure it stays.
I'll take a supply off your pile of intestines.
We'll come back for him later.
And
Let them season.
the other spider will kind of come down from the wall as you leave the room, and the two dream spiders will just kind of tuck in. As you carefully navigate your way back down the corridor, you'll make your way back out to the main hallway. And while you're out here, you will, it's at this angle facing this way, you can actually see a bit down the hallway. As you remember, this is at the end of a large hallway. And there was also, before you got to this space, once you're outside of the area where the paintings of destruction are, there's another branch of the hallway which is going off to your right at this point. And you can see a door there, a really plain door, that has a slight light coming out from underneath it that kind of catches your eye. And that just seems a little out of place.
Take a look at it.
So your psychometric readings, you will... You feel like there's something in there, but you can't really tell what it is from the outside.
Wait, I missed it. Did you say the light is coming out of
behind
the
the
door?
door?
Yeah,
Or
like from underneath the door.
Okay, like the door is not glowing. It's like a light.
There's something light
Got it,
behind that door. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, should we knock?
Door open.
We should knock first. I think we should knock first.
Well,
At this point, it's a little late for knocking.
Well, yeah, the door is already open.
Drevin opens the door to reveal
Fireball.
a bathroom,
Wow.
a
okay.
literal washroom.
Wow.
That's
This
just
is
kind
important. I've had to go to the bathroom
of
for
right
ages.
here.
I really hope we haven't interrupted anyone.
It's a little dusty. It has not been cleaned. Apparently, this is outside of the devil janitor's.
What kind of Luigi's Mansion crap are we walking into?
If I know anything about Nick's description, he's going to go and describe the entire bathroom. We're going to get a full description, and then suddenly there's going to be a corpse or something that's going to like be just like sitting on the toilet. Like that's how
was
he
the
I've,
last
describes
I've
thing
it.
that was-
clearly scarred
Buries
this
the lead.
man.
It's one of the Fallout
Clearly
skeletons.
scarred this man. First off, it's not just me. That is a tried and true tradition of tabletop dungeon crawling. You always describe the least important stuff first. Because if you describe the most important stuff first, the rest of it doesn't really matter. Now does it?
That's true.
Yeah. Flavor texts. We get
The
it.
light, though, seems to be emanating out from
The toilet?
Not from the toilet.
I was waiting for
I was
it.
Holy
excited.
crap.
It's wow.
It seems to just kind of be suffused.
There wasn't an evil skeleton in there now before, but now there is.
All right, you know what? All right, so this is Bob. He's coming to say hi. Your psychometric resonance will kind of glow as this light kind of flashes out as you open the door, and you will actually get a vision. And while you're having this vision, which is quite detailed, the rest of you will see the same scene played out in shadows. Sort of flickers of shadow and light, communicating form, if not detail. So you all have this kind of basic same idea. A figure who you will see as a sort of a fit, well-dressed man, kind of holding his side, staggers into the washroom past you. His dress style is archaic, but he seems well put together, well dressed. You have Laura Roseguard.
I do.
Then, in that case, the image of Ilvashti Otari, the rogue from the Roseguard's group, is clear as day before you. This is Otari.
Great uncle.
You recall that the Roseguard faced Belcora in the first floor rooms, and you remember a single presence falling through the floor when Belcora unleashed her cataclysmic magic to try to destroy the Roseguard. Apparently, the one who fell to the floor was Otari. He fell down here to the dungeon and was never seen again, and yet here he is, crawling away, staggering away with apparently fairly badly wounded, where he falls down into, closes the door, kind of peering out before he does so, a little panicky. The sense of imminent danger is upon him. Apparently the halls were not quite so deserted as they are these days. Closes the door, and then he kind of slumps to the side, apparently doctoring his wounds a bit, before sort of slumping and resting. Some time seems to pass, and he kind of stirs, wakes back up, stands up to his feet, tests his side, and goes and peers back out the door again. Makes a motion to draw what appears to be a sword from his side, and he creeps out the door, down the hallway. And as that vision plays out, a voice seems to kind of echo in the confines of the washroom. I was Ilvashti Otari. Find me. And then the light fades. Mockers, your experience with haunts, you'll recognize that this is a buildup of spiritual energy that has infested this place, or perhaps infused this place. And the approach of the living was enough to draw it out. And it appears that Otari's final moments were not when he vanished into the ground, but perhaps he lingered down here for some time. Maybe he may have even escaped.
Mocker will get really excited. Guys, we might be about to solve a very, very enduring mystery in my family. This is amazing. We're going to follow the ghost of Otari and find out where he went.
Oh, was that who that was?
Yeah.
We only saw shadows.
No, that was Otari falling down here, being injured, and then leaving. He went this way. Stay behind me and follow me.
See, I knew it. He ain't dead. They
Well,
was hiding him.
What if he's undead?
That can be solved very quickly.
Yeah, what do we do
Shh,
then?
we don't
No.
say the U word.
It's a haunt. It's a spirit. Definitely not undead. Undead don't do this.
Lead the way.
So, you've gotten a feel for Otari's spectral signature. You feel that now that you know what to look for, you'll be able to pick it up again. Certainly you with your thaumaturgic, your psychometric resonance, but even the rest of you feel that there is almost, to Drevin, there's like a scent in the air. To Calbum, you pick up a sort of arcane resonance. And Nil, the quality of the atmosphere has actually noticeably changed, where you feel as though that you would be able to follow this. It's so at odds with the oppressive threat of the area that it almost sticks out like a line on the floor.
It's because we had our eyes open finally.
All right. Come on.
The hall extends downward, ending at a set of double doors. Approaching this door, you feel as though you're being drawn in the correct direction. You'll put your hand on the door and cautiously open it, revealing what appears to be once a meeting room, perhaps, or maybe a nice-looking dining room. The furniture has been smashed to pieces, and there is the skeletal corpse of a mighty minotaur, clear from the cow skull with the horns, laying sprawled on the table. The wreckage of the table, I should say. As you open the door, a flash of light again will sort of overwhelm your senses, and you will see a vision, shadowy, kind of playing out. Mocker, very, very clear in your mind. Otari sneaks down the hallway, slips into the room, and from the corner, the shadow of this minotaur raises a massive glaive to go to crush at Otari. And Otari, you've heard legends of the Rose Guard and of their prowess. This is you actually seeing the Rose Guard fight, only one member, and it is spectacular. Otari sidesteps the glaive, closing in with this minotaur, and with a series of quick thrusts, hobbles it, brings it to the ground before, with a quick thrust upwards with the rapier, spears the minotaur through the head, clearing it as it crashes into the table. Otari dusts himself off, cleans the blade, and moves past it, past the room, through the doors on the far side.
Didn't even loot the corpse.
Do we think, we don't think this is a trap, do we?
No, this isn't a trap. This is a trail. Something very different.
And as you step into the room, a purplish light seems to glow in from the walls.
This feels like a trap.
And the skeletal remains of this minotaur start shifting and pulling themselves free from the wreckage and start assembling themselves back together piece by piece by piece by piece.
I say
That
we
might be
run.
undead.
I say we just keep going real fast. Just close the door
Not
behind
much
us.
of a choice now.
So Calvum just starts
Oh no. He said.
So Calvum's action is, we should run through here. Is to
Correct.
offer advice. What would Drevin like to do?
Take its weapon before it's fully formed.
You look around for a weapon. Give me a perception roll.
21.
21. You can see the remains of this thing's glaive. It is huge, and it is rust-pitted and nasty, but still looks like it could be quite functional. It is way bigger than you are.
I don't need to wield it. I need to have it not in its possession.
Okay, so you want to grab it and try to drag it out into the hallway to get it away?
Yes.
Okay, so you
I've
grab
got hefty
this.
hauler. I can definitely carry it.
You grab this glaive. Drevin drags it out in the hallway. What's Nil gonna do?
Probably stand there like,
Is horrified and shocked.
So is it
And
like
Mocker, what you doing?
Mocker will take a prick of his finger and take a little bit of blood and then cast out his blood with a handful of salt in a line between himself and this thing and attempt to use his own blood to create a seal to try to keep this thing from coming at him. It's
Okay.
a legend. He heard it. If you have a ghost that is specifically inimical to you, you can seal it and keep it from coming towards you with salt and a bit of your blood.
You did hear that from that dude in that bar that one time. We will see if it
Same dude.
works.
yeah,
same dude.
That guy knows a lot of things.
yeah.
Is it assembling itself a la like one of the
It's coming together like Voltron.
Yeah, like the skeletons of the skeletal frickin' oh crap from Mario. You know, the skeleton
Dry bones.
dry bones. Yeah, like when you crush them and then they kind of come together in Mario 3.
I was thinking more like Dark Souls when you break a skeleton apart.
I
and
never
it
played Dark
puts
Souls.
his, I've never. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Same
fair enough.
process. Just
Same process,
different
basically.
graphics.
Okay.
And
different genre.
I want it to
a
be
little
cute.
it's not that cute. No, it's it. And the final thing is the skeleton will pick up the horned minotaur skull, place it on its head, and then one hand will reach for where the glaive was, and then not finding it, will take a step to charge towards you. That's going to be initiative for everyone.
Do you want to give me my recall knowledge now or once we start? Because that was the thing. That was my exploration activity.
Yeah, exploration activity. Normally we were doing recalling knowledge, we were doing detecting magic, we were doing seeking
Yeah.
and
Scouting.
Scouting? Okay,
Depending, sometimes I'm recalling, sometimes I'm scouting. But right now it'd be scouting.
very good.
Can I use athletics because I was dragging something heavy around?
Sure.
Yay.
25.
Calvin?
12.
Okay. Mocker?
19.
Nil?
That is 23.
Alrighty. Got this, and he's gonna go right there. Alright, what's Drevin doing? You've got a big old heckin' glaive in your hand that you've drug out into the hallway.
He's a big boy.
How, large size creature?
Large size, yes, absolutely.
Can I wield it and be clumsy?
You
curious.
can wield it, be clumsy, and do the same amount of damage.
Well, I would do less because my maul has benefits.
The same amount
But
of
it would
damage
make it-
as a glaive would.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it would be
You
disrespectful.
It would be
You
disrespectful.
can do it. It's
Would be insulting.
You do not have the
I think I will just move forward, dropping it in the hallway,
okay.
regrip my maul,
Okay.
and then smash this thing right across the kneecap.
Okay, so you're gonna drop it in the hallway, re-grip your maul, step in, swing with a stride, with a swing. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
That is going to be a 26.
26, palpable hit. You clang this thing into its giant bone knee.
Is this an undead?
It is,
Wow.
believe it or not. The skeleton, animated by dark magic, is in fact undead.
I get a d6 bonus damage from having a
Paladins.
disrupting weapon
Nice.
for almost minimum.
Yeah.
And that
Well,
will be...
you can't annihilate every encounter you come across.
I mean,
just
I
the
can
boss
try.
ones.
Yeah, just the boss ones. Just the important ones. 7.
7 damage. Bonk. You smash into this thing. Nil, what you doing?
I see this. I'm gonna look around at this meeting room here and see where's the purple energy. Is that just like kind of
It seemed to come
coalescing?
out of the walls to coalesce around this thing to animate it.
Is there anything on the wall? Can I take an action to like look at the walls and study and see if there's any like writing on the walls or like runes?
Sure, absolutely.
I might have to move to do that. I don't know. I'm kind of out in the hallway.
You're kind of out in the hallway, but you can peer through at enough of the wall that you
Okay.
think that you can go ahead and get this idea. Why don't you go ahead and I'll let you use Arcana or Occultism. You can use Nature,
Perfect.
but it'll be harder.
Occultism is great. I love occultism. I'm terrible at this though. Maybe not that bad. I'll use a hero point over here. I think this is. What's this one? Wow, I have so many papers. Oh, it's not. It's from T-Bone.
T-Bone,
Appropriately.
Let's see if T-Bone's
Okay.
assistance here will
Let's
help
see
you
here.
with this.
Let's see here. Oh, much better, much better. It went from a 2 to an 8, so that's a 16 total.
16 total. Okay. So you think that looking at this, it doesn't look like this was deliberately set up. This is not the necromancy room to reanimate a dead thing put here.
Okay. You never know.
It
You never
seems
know.
more like the situation is this minotaur, judging from the vision you saw when you came in here and when Mocker filled the details in for you, the minotaur was a guard in this room.
Oh.
And the minotaur died doing its guard duty. The corpse stayed here at its guard post. And the effect of this is just the ambient energy of the Gauntlight infusing this place. This thing animated by happenstance.
This seemed to happen a lot around here a little bit.
Yeah. You think actually, recalling how every time you explore deeper into this place, you have to go and expend more resources to try to drive back this dark miasma that sort of pervades the area so you can see where you're going. That is a similar effect to what has just animated this skeleton, steeped as it is in the dark magic of this place.
Okay,
Anyone
well,
have some sage?
brought some sage.
Just throw it in there real quick.
Throw it away. Threw it in and run away, yeah. I'll basically look at the staff that I have, and one of them is like a skeletal kind of claw reaching around the side of the staff, and I'll kind of run my hand along it, and as I do, it'll kind of reach out. It almost seems like it's moving, and kind of reach out and try and draw out a lot of the purple energy. I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead on our man over here.
Nice.
Is that an attack roll?
No, I think he makes a.
Disrupt Undead, as I recall, a
Will.
Fortitude save.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
it's
I'd
fort.
have to check. I have it. I don't have it on my.
I'm 90% sure it's fort.
It's I would look it up. but
What's
I
your
don't
DC?
think. 18.
18. All right, it's going to get a 24, so a success.
Okay, success. So I do.
Pretty sure that's going to have
Half.
the damage.
Okay, 2d6. What is this? That's a 5. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10. Divided by 2, 5. And
Some of this energy is stripped away, but it's still kind of
Slightly disrupted.
slightly disrupted.
Yes.
All right. So this thing is going to be glaveless, but right in front of Drevin, who had stolen its glaive. You're not sure if it really has a cause and effect mentality going on in those behind those empty eye sockets.
I just presented it the best target.
You certainly did, and it is going to smash down with a fist to go try to slam you, and it's gonna get a 28.
Not a crit.
Not a crit. That's the important thing.
Not actually that close to a crit either. I got 21.
Look at you. Alrighty, so that's gonna be 10 points of bludgeoning damage as it smashes down. And then it's going to swing down with its horns for significantly less.
Got its own little pointy weapons.
That's
Hitting a 21.
17, yeah, no. And it doesn't have much else to do aside from try to horn swipe you again. And it rolled a 3 on the die, and that's going to miss.
It could always fish for a 20.
Could.
It's not going to
Mocker.
happen, but
Can I get a recall knowledge off on this thing since that's what I was doing?
Totally can. What is
Oh, yeah.
your... I'll let you use religion is probably the most important, most proper.
It's +5.
So you look at this thing. It's bones. It's it's a bunch of bones.
It's a pile of bones.
Nothing in particular really stands out to you, particularly about this. Although
All
your
right.
esoterica might have
Maybe
something.
it has a weakness I can exploit.
It very well might.
Let's give that a shot.
Yep.
Look into its beady little skeleton eyes.
They're quite large skeleton eyes, actually.
That's going to be a 19.
A 19. Alrighty. You look at that. That's a success. Looking at this thing, typically skeletons with their brittle, dried out calcium bones are quite weak to getting smashed in. However, these bones are very thick. These are not going to have that weakness. They are structurally sound enough that even Drevin's smashing with his maul is not going to be able to cause too much of an effect. However, you do know that they retain their resistance to slashing and piercing attacks, given the fact that they are just nothing but bones. However, this particular minotaur, you think, given that it has been sitting here on guard duty this entire time, you might be able to come up with something a bit more personal in mind for it to try to circumvent its resistances.
Does it have
Weakness to
any
glaives.
physical resistance?
It has a lot of physical resistance, but no weakness.
Okay.
it has a weakness to glaives.
Well, I'm asking specifically
Weakness to
because
theft.
a card matters. Do I learn about a resistance?
You learn about its piercing and slashing resistance.
Okay. I'm going to play Pierce Resistance. Until the end of my next turn, it's going to lose slashing
Nice.
resistance.
Okay.
So it no longer has that till the end of my next turn for anybody.
For anybody?
It just
It's a
says
nice
the
card.
foe loses it.
Oh, well, there you go. Hero point.
Hero
Nice.
points are good,
Heck yeah.
unless
So
it's reckless charge.
we'll do that.
Personal
And then
vendetta.
Yes.
I will step into the room. Let's get around Drevin. Let's just take a move action. Let's go around him.
Gotta
Let's
flank
flank him, yeah.
Okay.
And then as I'm doing that, I'm going to kick the salt as I step into his face. And while he's looking at that, I'm going to slash down and say, you know, Otari barely paused in this room to deal with you. Perhaps I'll have similar ease.
Okay.
Pocket sand.
Talking crap and throwing pocket
Yeah,
salt.
yeah.
I love it.
It's table salt. Thanks.
Give it a roll.
That's going to be only a 5 on the die, so a 14.
14 total. You slash victoriously and clang off of its massive... That's not a femur. What is it? Tibia? Tibula? That's what's down there?
Yeah.
Tibia fibia.
Tibia, fibia? Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if cows have those, but they probably do.
Probably do.
But anyway, bangs off of it ineffectively.
Those are my turns.
Calbum.
Calbum looks around the corner and goes, "How did you even get in that room? Were you grown in there? Pretty big." And he pulls a very wet ball of twine. It's just so, just kind of gross. So, it's, you know when your cat, takes their toy and drops it in their water bowl because they're trying to kill it? That's what's happened to this ball of twine. And then he throws the ball of twine at the giant creature. If it could make me a fortitude save, DC 19, please.
It's going to get a 28.
Ooh, almost.
Not
half
a
damage.
crit success, but it is a success.
The thing looks pretty sturdy.
As the water from that ball hits it, the water instantly turns to ice and starts to try and freeze the creature, unsuccessfully totally freezing, but it is that's frostbite.
Yep.
For anyone concerned. That was 5, so 3 damage or 2 damage?
3 damage. So this rime of frost will form over this skeleton, and then it will just kind of, as the skeleton just seems to be entirely unfazed by it.
Yeah.
It seems that cold is not the way to go when trying to go and handle animated bones.
Right. Well, I mean, if it had crit failed, it might have been great, but it wasn't great.
You got an action left.
I don't have shield, do I? Because I used that.
10 minutes.
It's been long enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, shield is
Yep.
what's happening. And I'm going to stay
Just in case.
right where I am.
Yeah, just in case.
We're back to Drevin.
I will make a recall knowledge on this thing.
What's your religion?
+8.
You're desperately trying to figure something out about this thing, and none of the teachings really come to mind. Normally, smashing something with a hammer makes skeletons explode. You remember this from your teachings, and you remember it from your experience, but it didn't happen this time when you hit the skeleton. Maybe just because it's big.
It's big, and there's a lot of necromantic energy down here. Even in the depths of this hell, Saren Ray's blessings will find each and every one of you. As I just go to smash it. And that is a 16. I assume even when flanking won't hit.
Actually, it's not particularly... It's a bit cumbersome.
That was a 4. And I hit it?
You hit it.
Let-
With
Well,
flanking
okay.
bonus, you hit it.
We do not look gifts horses or minotaurs in the mouth.
There's
Yeah.
a reason we flank in this house.
You have a plus 12 to hit?
Yes.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
expert. But only in this weapon.
And only for that first hit.
Divine Ally Blade.
Huh.
Yeah.
You get expert now?
I get
Divine
expert
Ally?
with one weapon.
Huh.
Not a weapon group, just a
At level
specific weapon.
3?
Yep.
Dang, champs. Look at that.
Yep.
Is that a remaster thing?
No.
Oh.
No. Fighter gets expert at level 3.
Bonky,
Yeah,
bonky,
they
bonk.
choose the
Fighter
weapon
starts
group.
with expert.
Or they get master.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get master real quick.
Oh, fair enough then.
And that will be min damage on the disrupt, but still 7, 11, 13 damage.
13 damage.
And that was
Boom.
just 2 actions. So,
Cracks appear as you smash into this thing.
Oh, you recall knowledge. Right?
you know, Saren Ray's blessing really just seems to be working out. I'm going to hit it again.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, how can you miss, right?
The
I'm
Lord
just trying to
provides.
cut the legs out from under this thing. Bring the whole pile toppling down. Is that cocked? I will be fair. It stayed.
Hey.
So that is going to be
Isn't that
a
great? Proud papa.
23.
Yeah, it's very good.
23, normal hit.
For those unfamiliar, a cocked die, the rule for us is if you stack another die on top and that die stays, it is not a cocked die. If the
16.
die falls off
16 total damage.
and must be rerolled.
Woo! You smash into this thing, and it actually staggers bone chips falling off of it. Looks like you're making solid progress.
So basically, Nick's test for dice is if it's cocked, it won't hold another dice on top of it. I have re-rolled 19s and I have re-rolled 2s. I am very fair with this method, but I use his trick because I like it.
Did I, while watching this, did it seem to even remotely have any effect on trash talking in common or no? Did
Trash
it
talking
even-
comment, it seems to have absolutely no response to it
okay,
whatsoever.
okay.
It's almost like it doesn't hear it, or it just doesn't even recognize it as speech.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to, again, try and funnel some of that negative energy into the staff that I have. Maybe a light glowing at the bottom of the staff, very small. Oh, I'm not rolling things.
Borbo's like, you should try aiming for the eyes. It flaps above your head.
It is a fortitude save, by the way. I looked it up.
Okay.
Oh, sweet, thank you.
Let's see here. Fortitude save is going to get a 29.
Oh, no, so it succeeds, so that just doesn't. Why you distract me? Why do you distract me in the middle of my thing?
I think you aimed for its nose, not its eyes that time. You should aim for the eyes.
I will spend my last action
Yelling
smacking the fish.
You whack the fish, it kind of gets all wobbly. It has to flap its little fins to try to steady itself.
That's great. Why don't you get in there and show me where the eyes are?
So this thing is going to raise its fists up and smash down in a shock wave that's going to blast out around it. I'm going to need
is that an attack?
Yeah, it's very attacky, yes.
I didn't know if it was like a special ability thing.
That is, but it doesn't have the concentrate trait or anything.
Oh, he's not concentrating, it's mush.
Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to have the ability to concentrate on anything.
Noted.
But I'll need a reflex save from the both of you.
Bulwark.
Bulwark applies.
Bulwark is so nice.
That is going to be
14.
So nice.
26.
26. 14 is a fail. 26 is a almost a crit, but not quite.
No, that's good. You will take, let's see, we're level 3, so 5 less damage. And I get to hit it.
And you get to hit it.
It did
minimum damage,
it
baby.
Did min.
That's what I know. I know that giggle.
Let's see, 28.
He critical it.
Yay!
So it happens when you attack us.
This is what it
But
gets.
you're gonna take.
I take.
You're gonna take
3.
6 bludgeoning damage,
No.
sir.
Oh boy, 15, 19, 38.
What happens to it?
Oh my gosh. So it goes and it smashes down and brings its head right down into bonking range. And I treat it like it's one of those games at the carnival where
Whack-a-mole.
you hit the thing and the weight goes up.
Oh, that, yeah. uh-huh.
Smash its head into the ground and the rest of its body just crumbles.
Well, that's what happened.
I take it I didn't take any damage.
You did not take any damage, no. Well, actually, no, you just normal succeeded. You would have taken 3.
So 0.
Oh, no,
0,
but then,
yeah.
0 because of the resistance. Yeah, you took 0 damage. Woo!
That's
Oh.
silly.
Well, a little bit slower
Then
than
I will-
Otari dispatched the living Minotaur, but well done, everyone.
I'll lay on hands myself again with the charge I got from the other room. That was a 10 and a 5. That was a pretty good crit roll.
That was a pretty good
No,
crit
that
roll.
was good.
Woo! Alrighty. Well,
Does the purple energy just dissipate? Or?
it does. It just
just
kind of
dissipates?
dissipates and seeps back into the walls and floor.
Okay. Sweet.
As soon as you said I was hitting this thing on a 4, I was like, oh boy, this is not going to go well.
I plus 12 to hit at level 3. It's just not what I expected, I guess.
On the remaster rules for that frostbite, if it had crit failed, it would have gained weakness to bludgeoning again.
Really?
It would have been weak 2 to bludgeoning. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That's why I did that spell, because I was like, I mean, maybe. We'll see what happens. And then it's like, yeah, your save is way too hard.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen at all. I'm going to give up.
It's pretty chonky, boy.
Yeah.
It's yeah. All right. Well, the room falls silent, and if your intent is to follow Otari's trail, it does lead out a bit further away.
So
It's
when
worth
we
following
saw
him.
the vision of Otari doing his thing,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't check, and he just snap, kill the thing, and then he's like, all right, I'm out. I don't
Booked
care.
it. Yeah.
Didn't look at the room at all. Didn't check anything.
Nope.
No
interest in any of that.
I would like
He
to-
looked like he was leaving.
I would like to at least take a peek around the room through the gear that this thing had. It looked like the glaive was like totally rusted out, so I imagine that nothing pinged off magical to me.
Certainly nothing did ping off magical. I mean, if you want to toss the room real quick, give me a perception.
Sure.
I'm going to continue following the scent while he's doing that, just so we don't lose it.
That's definitely a cock die. That'd be a 19.
A 19?
I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but just kind of look around.
No, you go ahead and toss the place, and you're able to find, kind of in the middle of a smashed credenza, you are able to find a couple of silver goblets that looks like they would be able to fetch a decent price. If you sold them together, you'd probably be able to get 6 gold for the pair.
Very nice.
Keep up. Don't want to lose it.
I'm not going to lose it.
It doesn't feel like it's getting ahead of you. It just seems more like you've come into this room and this resonance was here. The resonance of Otari's spirit was here, and so you're able to see what happened.
I don't think it's going anywhere, Drevin.
So not to bother anybody. Still haven't gone to the bathroom.
I knew you were going to say that.
If it's not leaving, then you have time.
Thank you. And like skull. And
Back
like
down the hall.
smack the fish out of the room. And be like, get out of here.
Kind of like tries to do a little barrel roll. You kind of catch it halfway. And I think she's mad at me.
I like you.
Oh,
You
okay.
can come hang out
Behind
with
the
me.
door. You think?
Does it speak Does the fish speak common?
Totally does.
Yep.
You put Borbo's soul gem in it, so.
Right, but I thought Borbo didn't speak common.
Borbo does. Borbo is
Okay.
actually very well educated for a goblin.
Right, okay.
He speaks many languages.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if
It makes up because I don't know any. I do know 2.
Borbo speaks more languages than Nil does.
I speak 3.
You speak more
wow.
languages than Nil does.
Common, null, necral.
How do you speak Knoll?
That's a racial.
He's a knoll.
They found you in the swamp as a puppy.
I don't choose my racial languages.
Oh, I guess you just know it innately.
It's an
Bark, bark.
instinct.
Yes, you
Yeah,
bark
if you
at
bark
people.
at a dog,
I can take it off my list if you want,
No,
but it's
it's
just part of making a null.
Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, that makes sense. You have it, I guess.
I didn't choose it.
I didn't choose my
I didn't
racial
choose the
language.
knoll life. The knoll life chose me.
I chose necral because I'm derp.
Well, Nil goes, takes a load off, and will return in short order. Borbo's staying clear of you.
Good, smart.
Yeah.
Is the thing just kind of hanging out in this room, like the essence?
No, you sense that it swelled up, you saw the vision, and then it kind of spent its energy and kind of dissipated back down again.
I'm playing with the cat.
The
Yeah,
cat is-
Spork is happily batting away at your talisman as you swing it around. Which is important because now that Borbo isn't around Nil anymore, Spork feels that he's fair game. So
Yeah, I'm distracting him from the fish.
I'll spend
the
time
fish.
refocusing and examining the room, like why energy built up here specifically, perhaps.
as far as you can tell, after you all kind of compare notes and talk, this is just Gauntlight is just a spooky place. There is negative energy just flowing through this place.
Expected.
And an unattended corpse that fell in battle doing the thing that the living host was doing is going to get back up and keep doing the thing that the living host was doing. Like, this seems to kind of just flow naturally.
Was the map that we saw accurate to the room? So there were 2 single, like, medium-sized doors.
Yep.
On either end of this room.
Yeah, that Minotaur would have had to squeeze to get in here.
Either squeeze or be grown in this room.
Shrink.
It's like
Shrink's a spell.
fair enough. I
Make
guess
them
that's
tiny,
true.
put them in the room.
I'm
It's
gonna.
like one of those watermelons you grow in the
Yeah,
box.
the
So
little
they
box.
can
Maybe
stay
Yeah,
there.
Belcora
square.
teleported it into the room. You live in here
That's
now.
True.
True.
You can dimension door it in there and just be like, there you go.
I'm also keeping a feel out for any energy that might suggest to me a binding was done someplace, because I'm looking for whoever might have held the contract for our friend.
Right, yeah, the janitor. So you don't, nothing along those lines. But he did suggest that it may be in the library below. So maybe when you get down there, you might have better luck.
But still, necromantic energy would interest him at this point. Once Nil comes back, it's like, Do you feel better? Relieved?
Oh my gosh, you would not believe. Whew. Way better.
It's so nice that men can relieve themselves so much more easily.
Have you been just like peeing on a wall?
Yeah. Not when you're looking.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you find your way back, you see.
The scent is very easy to follow.
Oh, no.
That's how we leave
Wow.
a trail.
Oh, no.
Well,
All right.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
we're
watch my step from now on, I guess.
Calvin is doing the retrofitted.
There's like pea stain, pea stain,
Hogwarts
pea
that-
stain. Way down here.
retrofitted Hogwarts thing where he's just magicking it away.
Oh, God, no. Why did you bring that up?
So gross. What a terrible, terrible retrofit, y'all.
But the room appears to not terribly have anything else of value that you're able to find.
That's fine. Let's keep going.
And moving through the door, you will go through another hallway, which takes a bend, and you'll find a set of stairs descending into the darkness, which seem to be intact, a rarity in this place.
Oh, well, down we go.
You ready to go
Get my
smash
little
some ghouls?
Sage out.
Yes,
Spooky.
as the Lord intended.
Exactly.
Get a little sage out, try and make sure, in case it's dark and dreary.
And indeed it is. The miasma kind of closes around you, and you'll actually feel your connection to Otari's spirit kind of flicker and be smothered as this miasma washes over you as you descend through the stairs.
Whack the side of the vision like a TV in the 70s. Get that
Gotta
vision
get
right.
that short closed.
Yeah, just move the
You clomp,
bunny ears.
try to get it, but it is lost. Although with the expenditure of some supplies, you are able to drive this miasma back to continue your exploration.
And that Otari sort of presence comes back.
It does not.
It does not. It's
Nope.
gone.
You seem to have lost it for now.
Huh.
I'll try ringing. I'll try to ring my bell once loud, to see if I can get the resonance back.
Smack.
You ring your bell. Ding, 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 ding. Go ahead. What's your perception?
+7.
You can feel a faint echo below you in the darkness.
Found it. Quick, follow me, before it gets weaker again.
Okay.
Moving downstairs,
No, Batman.
moving down, you will come out again. Only the light shining off of bones, I suppose, floating far enough back from Nil, or maybe ahead.
Definitely ahead.
Will illuminate a rather spacious, pleasant-looking room. There is a number of couches, sitting chairs set out. There are pots, which apparently at once contained plants that have long since withered away. And there are pleasant decorations in this room. There are lanterns, which are hanging from hooks in the walls, and there seems to be a lot of them. None of them are lit, but they still seem to be there. And there is a plaque at the base of the stairs on the wall that says Visitors Reading Room in Undercommon, which is a language that I believe a number of you speak. 2 of you speak. Probably. All right. And so you can read this as, this is the Visitors Reading Room. Stepping out into this room, it seems fairly plush. There's a carpet underfoot, which certainly seems a bit dusty and worn, but otherwise looks rather plush and pleasant. It appears that this is where people would... A reading room is something that a part of a library where you would read books, and this was one for visitors, interestingly enough. You didn't think of Belcora as someone who would have a great deal of visitors coming out to her, but apparently it's not something entirely unpleasant. Also, what you'll see
The skeleton.
is a placard, the skeleton,
Yeah,
a placard
giant ooze.
set on a stand, again written in Undercommon. So perhaps this is a sign of the type of visitors Belcora was having to bring here. And the 2 of you who can read it can see, please ring for service if you are interested in borrowing a book. There is no bell, unfortunately, but you have your own.
Ring my bell.
You'll ring a bell, and you'll hear sort of a shuffling from behind one of the couches against the wall, actually. And a head will kind of poke up around it. Are you from above?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of head?
Well, it's shrouded in dark, although Nil can kind of pierce it out, and Borbo will kind of float over a little bit. And it looks very similar to a Morlock. However, it looks like this Morlock is either very old or, in fact, as Drevin gets within 30 feet of it, the stench of rot coming off of it shows that this Morlock is apparently not alive and hasn't been for quite some time.
Wow, that is horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying.
That's why I'm allowed to
podcast
kill
miss-
them on sight.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Podcast listeners are missing out on that visual.
From above, visitors.
It's quite interesting to find one of your kind that talks.
Is it speaking common?
It's speaking common, yes.
Oh.
I mean, regardless of what it's speaking, it's speaking, and I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, then from above, my people fled that way, but they drove me out. Our fight with the ghouls did not end well for me.
Huh.
Do you wish to be laid to rest?
What? No. I am Argrail. I am Argrail. I have been here for some time. The ghouls here don't like me, and I don't like them. My kind drove me out, so this is where I am. I'm perfectly fine here. And he kind of like clutches kind of behind the couch a bit.
You the librarian?
No, the librarians aren't very nice. You wouldn't like them very much. But they might like you. They'd call you just a morsel. But they're miserable people. Are you here to fight them?
Well,
If you're talking about the ghouls, then yes.
Did Gralgast send you down here to fight them? No surprise, he tries to get others to do his dirty work for him.
no.
Is it the cleaner guy?
That
No, that's the king, right?
that would have been the king of the Morlocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he
Got it.
did. Well, he did.
It's not untrue.
Figures he never could do any of his good work himself. He lost against the ghouls here, and this is what my sacrifice got for me. Well, tell you what, if you're here to kill ghouls, I know something of this level. I could tell you about what I know, and if you kill any ghouls, I will feast on their flesh.
Sounds like a deal.
I take
I'm
it
gonna look.
you're not interested in eating us.
What, living flesh? Oh God, no. No, it's all like it like
Fleshy.
bouncy. Like the texture's awful. Even like
It's like a,
Mocker
he's like a
will
gourmand.
actually
He's
kind
like
of-
an undead
even if
gourmand.
like no, like even if like now don't get me wrong, the librarian ghouls, they've got no taste. But like even if like you kill a living person, like the flesh like stays, like it doesn't really do good. But if it raises again as an undead and then it walks around for a few centuries, I don't know what it is about it, but it's really good. I will eat some ghouls, man. I will
Mocker
come
will
along
actually
with you.
kind of try to keep his gorge down in the corner.
Can we keep this guy? I love him.
Like
This is great.
like he's like talking about like the texture of dead flesh and undead flesh like with a passion. Like
Mocker
gosh,
is
he's a-
really upset.
He's like an undead foodie.
Can somebody make note of this, please?
Yes, I'm absolutely making note of it.
What are we making note of exactly?
So how long does it have to simmer before it's real good?
well, I mean, I
Making note of a useful and not malicious undead.
like well, I mean, the ghoul librarians down here, I mean, it's been centuries. And they're like, oh man, they're like,
So they're like prime.
oh God, I've never had any better. I mean, I've never had anything else, but you know, they're really good.
You know, dig around in my bag. I'm like, do I need the ghoul flesh? I don't think I have any ghoul flesh.
Will.
You
We'll
don't
have
have any
some
ghoul
soon.
flesh yet.
Wait, are we? I'm gonna look at Drevin.
Okay.
Is this
Every
not
time,
a problem?
every time there's a useful
Non-malicious undead, as I was told. Make note. Report back. Leave it alone.
Really? Wow.
Really? Like, okay. Is that like a what? Do you like hunt undead or something? Or
Quite literally, yes.
oh, well, you'll be
Point
perfect.
towards the Saren Ray symbol on the mallet.
He kind of blinks at it, like no recognition on
The
his
god
face.
of kill undead.
There's a god of kill undead. Wow. is
Among
there-
other things, but yes.
I guess there's a god of kill living things, so why wouldn't there be a god of kill undead? Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That tracks. Well, you're perfect then. You're perfect, because you can kill all these undead ghouls, and I can eat them.
Sold.
Works for me.
Oh, this is great.
I would like first dibs
What?
to the bodies first.
Collector.
You eat undead flesh, too?
Yeah.
No, I haven't tried it yet. But
Oh, you should. I mean, you
shouldn't.
might.
You're
you
kind
might.
of
Gonna
selling
go
it
off
me.
and start hacking up in the corner.
I mean, you might want.
I call
You
first
should be
dibs.
careful because you could catch ghoul fever. But if you caught ghoul fever, then your friend could kill you, and then I could eat your body, and
It
so
would
it
take
wouldn't go to
centuries, I
waste.
hear.
It would not go to waste.
Oh my gosh! Reduce, reuse, recycle. Excellent.
Yeah, yeah. What you said. Yeah. Like,
Mocker is actually
feed the ghouls and feed Augergale. Feed Augergale. I think I said that 3 times.
Mocker's gonna sit down in the corner and start meditating.
Oh, very peaceful.
Good news. If anyone catches ghoul fever, we're going straight back to the church before I have to murder you.
This is great.
I guess you could
So
do
no
that.
risk.
Yes. No risk.
Can we please leave this room? Can we please follow him and leave this room and stop talking? Please? Please?
Okay.
Please?
Okay. Oh, yeah, Mocker. Oh, he's having a breakdown. Okay. Well, I suppose we should. You want to go kill something? We could go kill something.
Yep. That's great. Let's
Okay.
do that because I just know I have a very tender stomach, and this entire conversation has made
This
it so
is
that I never want to eat again.
Tummy.
And he's friends with me, so that's really saying our connection.
Does say a lot.
Your
Does
poor
say a lot.
stomach. Your stomach hurt.
Well, you the ghoul will kind of scamper ahead of you, kind of on all fours,
That's a ghoul.
and come on then, this way, and kind of scamper down the hallway.
I'll actually say to Najee in my head, I want to make it real clear that if you wanted to cut whatever was coming up, I'm okay with it.
Can I cut that thing? Like, I'd really like to cut that thing.
Me too.
Like, I'm
but
just
that has
looking at it.
yet
I
to be
think you just need to stab him. I mean, you could apologize later. They'll
Yep.
forgive you.
I-
They will. They'll totally forgive you.
The Lord has
You've
told
been through a lot with these people. They will totally forgive you if you stab this thing.
Maybe in a little bit.
Yeah, just think about it. Just think about it. Let it roll around up there.
It is.
I'm
It's
ready
rolling
whenever
around.
you are. I'm ready.
The only thing rolling more is your stomach.
Yep.
And as Ogrel kind of scampers down this hallway and beckons, the hallway stretches ahead. There's a single door at the far
What's
end.
his name?
Ogrel.
Like Ogra? Like follow the crystal sun?
I can't spell Ogra's name either, but Ogrel, Augrael, I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
Ograil.
It was
Got
something like that. Of course.
Augrail.
Moving down the hallway, there's a door on your left and right. And down here, one thing you notice is that the doors are all wood, but there are placards that are put on them. Again, in Undercommon, so at least 2 of you can read it. And these are labeled private reading rooms. The door at the far end has a placard as well, which is a bit further up. But you can't quite make it out at this distance. But one thing that draws your attention to itself immediately is a yellow golden glow seeping out from underneath the reading room to your right.
Ah, there. That's where it's coming from.
Huh? No, it's you want to go this way.
Give us a minute. We're detouring.
Yeah, something to do with the ghosts. Give us a second.
Oh, I don't say oh, you mean the glowing room? I never went in there.
That's
Yeah.
probably for the best.
Probably for the best.
So you will go and picking up, opening that door. It opens into a simple couch and chair in a small room. A private reading room, exactly what this is. There's a side table and even a small standing desk in the corner. However, again, this glow will wash out over you, and Otari's voice will kind of once again sort of echo around here. And he says, kind of in this echoey, vibrating, the Rose Guards slew Belcora, but we never knew how far these vaults went below. And just sort of echoing away. Again, that image of Otari slipping into this room, kind of breathing in a corner and resting, checking his equipment. And he kind of goes back to the door and puts an ear up, listening very carefully. Apparently something has happened, and he's...
I'll do it too.
Just the hallway is empty. You can hear Augergel kind of tapping his foot. Something he hears whatever he's listening for, maybe stops hearing what he's been dodging, and then slips back out into the room, and the phantom vanishes.
All right. He heard something. Let's go.
Coming back out into the hallway, you again have that door directly opposite you, which is also labeled private reading room. And then to your right, where Orgel is waiting for you all to finish your explorations.
Keep going.
Turning,
Just
you can
continue.
go to follow Augergel. And he approaches a door, and the door as you get closer to it is labeled guard room, authorized personnel only.
Oh, good. I've been authorized.
Wait, I thought this was going to be the library. Aren't we going towards the librarians?
I'm going to wherever the ghouls are.
Yeah, the ghouls are through here. I guess back in the day they didn't. Well, Belcora, the ghost queen, as Grolgax would call her. But Belcora, she didn't let just anybody wander through her libraries. So you had to kind of like stay out here, and only the librarians could go and bring you books to read. But you had to stay, right? You couldn't go in there yourself. And so I guess she didn't trust her visitors, because there was like a guard room here. There's some kind of creature behind that door, by the way.
Can you authorize me to go in?
I don't think it listens to authorizations.
You sneak by it so you can see what it is, though.
No, not really.
Oh.
Does
You'll
it
see
smell
what I
like
mean,
more rot?
but just kind of be careful.
Can we also sneak by it, or is
I
it...
mean, if you're sneaky,
No, I'm not sneaky.
you probably won't be able to sneak by it.
Okay.
If you die, I'll mourn the waste.
Wait. Now, this is just an important question, and that I think needs to be answered. If you were to then bite me, would I turn into a ghoul, or can I only do that when I'm alive?
That's not
You wanna
how it works.
You want to try it? I mean,
No.
Here,
Well, I
just
have
give
to
me
be
your
dead
arm.
first.
No.
I have to be dead first.
No. I'm pretty sure that I could bite you now. You catch ghoul fever. Then we have to put you in a room for a few weeks. You look kind of hardy, so it might take that long.
I'm pretty hardy.
And then, you turn into a ghoul. And then your friend would kill you. And then I would eat your corpse. That would be how that would work.
That's
I
how
was
it would work.
confused about the which goes when. Okay.
But
no.
if you're interested in going down that path, I will help
I
you.
was just interested if we do end up, if I do
Ogrel
end up
is
passing
here
away.
for you.
We should try it if I do pass away, though.
But I don't
Just out
think-
of curiosity.
I don't really...
It doesn't work on a dead body.
flesh is all rubbery. I don't like it.
Could we
I
stop
don't know.
now?
It kind of worked on that minotaur back
God, let's please open this door.
And opening the door, you will find what lays in wait for you beyond the guard room.
After the break.
We will see that after our 10-minute break. Although first, why don't you go ahead and enjoy this little trailer? We have a season 2 of Secrets Between the Stars coming up. Give this little trailer a look, see if something might interest you, and we will see you guys after a little break.
Guys, I just had an idea.
I never moved.
Welcome back, everyone. to Abomination Vaults on the Undeniably Good Time and Entertainment Network. For those of you who have not been with us every single time, feel free to check out our VOD channel to see past episodes, catch up on where these jokers have come from and what they've been up to.
Jokers.
Or just relive old memories.
I don't get up to anything.
Great face.
Also, we've got our, feel free to check out our Patreon. We've got a lot of cool behind-the-scenes stuff, exclusive content, $5 a month, get you access to absolutely everything. Go ahead and check it out if you'd like. But why don't we go around the table, reintroduce ourselves, let us know who we are. We'll start over here this time.
Altmach, Mocker Thorngard, human, thaumaturge, and resident spirit speaker. I speak. I know. I am.
You seem pretty confident that you're a human, which only leads me to believe that you're probably not a human.
13 gnomes and a human suit.
She's very, very
Says it
insistent.
right
Very
on the tag.
insistent. Yeah, I'm like, are you a dragon? Is this what's happening here? I've had this story before. Nil Grumman over here. I am a resident druid, dwarf, by the way. Very insistent on my dwarven-ish, I guess. Over here trying to, make some, find some cool monsters and make some cool treats, tasty treats.
Monster souffle.
Yes.
Dreven Sorrel, the pious puppy, the destruction doggo, keeper of the Saren Way, the nearly 7-foot-tall great gnoll in full plate wielding a mallet of justice.
Who can really whack things with
And
it.
he's doing a great job at it.
On the complete opposite end of that spectrum.
Still
is
way stronger.
Calvin Fimbly Bottom, super strong, way stronger than this guy ever. Just don't-
Champion wrestler.
Champion wrestler.
Low center of gravity.
Yeah, hitting 2'8" on a good day. Weighing
the
in
hair.
at 30 pounds when he's real wet.
My foot weighs more than you.
Yeah.
Your cat weighs more than you.
No, the cat doesn't. Most days.
The cat when wet.
Yeah, the cat holds more water, so it does.
There you go. There you go.
It's very fluffy.
Although your beard can soak it up.
He's actually got a really cool do too. Like
Yeah.
this thing, he's got like
His-
the whole.
The cat braids the beard in
Yeah.
various ways.
It's got very dexterous paws.
It just makes biscuits to get a beard. I braid it up.
That's amazing.
I like it. It's good. Anyway, gnome wizard. That's what I'm. That's the main.
That's what you're sticking with.
That's
Okay.
no.
Liar.
And
That's what you
joining,
tell us.
Listen, there's nothing else to stuff in this tiny 2'6" body. That's not how it works.
and joining you on your journey today is the Morlock Ghoul O'Grail, who seems very keen on getting you all to kill some ghouls for him so that he can eat their dead bodies.
He looks like he belongs in a Gorillaz music video.
Yeah, really does. Actually, really does.
I can totally see it, actually.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually liking this guy a lot more now. Honestly, sold me.
I don't. I would like to go in this room, if only so that we can stop talking to him, about him, and through him.
The
What'd that tongue do,
room
though?
labeled guard room.
No. Hate
No visitors. Guard room, no visitors. You go to open the door, and mist fills the room. You cannot make out almost anything in this mist that is clouding. The barest outline of the room is all that you see.
Do I smell more ghouls?
You do not smell more ghouls, but you definitely smell something, and you've never smelled anything like it before.
Does it flow out of the door once
A
the
bit.
door is open?
Mhm.
Okay, so it's not like some magical seal there.
Yep, it's
Like, what
flowing
kind of
out
mist?
into the
like
hallway.
Water? It's like an actual water.
Looks like mist. Yeah, like it gets your fingers wet, and it's like,
Light a torch.
and
Yeah, I'm just saying might have some fireballs laying around here.
Light a
I don't know
torch.
about fireballs. It's like, listen, I'm not that powerful yet.
and
Don't we have a necklace of fireballs?
Oh, that's true, actually. Never mind. Just kidding.
the mist is gonna flow into the hallway, like actually kind of just slowly as you're talking. It just fills the hallway, and you don't kind of notice anything until all of a sudden you're talking to Calblum, and he's just in the mist,
Okay.
subsumed.
Have you ever been in one of the firefighter smokehouses that they practice with, where they shoot the smoke in?
I can't say I have. No.
It's really cool because it just comes like it shoots out of these tubes, hits the wall, and then just spreads like a curtain. And anything it goes behind is just gone. It's that thick.
That's how they practice.
Yeah, it fills
so
up with like
cool.
realistic smoke. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's neat. More you know. So anyway, yeah, that's happening. And you all actually find yourself kind of engulfed in this stuff. And why don't you all kind of give me some initiative?
Okay.
I always knew I would be missed.
Heh.
I thought when you opened the door and missed, I was like, how did we miss the door? It's literally door.
You roll to open door. Not high enough. You missed it.
All right, it's a 26.
Yeah, that's about right.
No.
I got a 17.
14.
14?
12. I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
17, 14?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm 17.
Other way. Yeah, sorry.
Other way around.
Yeah, other way around.
Whoa! Whoa! No need to get violent over here, Nick. No need to get violent.
Nil is the only one who notices movement in the mist as something is moving out there towards you. You catch a weird blobbish form with sinuous tentacle-like structures creeping towards you in the mist.
Okay. Well, we're in a long hallway. I might, to try and since I noticed this first, I'm going to scrape the staff along the ground, and it shoots out just like a little jolt of electricity, and it'll go out and maybe like alert everybody else if it can like jing, 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 jing. Electricity's kind of bright and cool.
Kind of bright and cool, yeah.
And I will try and kind of point out where this is by casting electric arc.
Okay, you cast an electric arc kind of rolling out towards the ground, towards this strange thing that you see. What's the DC?
18.
18? Okay, it's going to get a 21.
Okie dokie.
The thing you are seeing in the mist.
Yeah, I'm being a great... Oops. Wow, it's hard to pick up.
D4s are hard.
Dang.
For what it is worth, it is very rarely ever taken, but there is an action, just a single action to point out a thing.
Well, I do know that's an action, but this is something that I could do that also does damage.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you wanted to spend your last action as like, hey, it's right there. Like,
You'll figure that out when it goes, probably. It goes next. Okay, so that is a 5 plus 3 is 8.
8. Okay, you are rolling kind of outlining a brief form of something that can barely be made out. Again, globular eyes, tendrils lurking in the mist. You have an action left.
I might open the door to my right.
You open the door to your right.
more combat.
Peace out.
So is that the room where
Reading
you
room.
saw Otari's spirit, or
Yes.
the other
Yeah.
room opposite it?
The one we saw. Hopefully the one we've already been in, and I don't think there's anything in.
Okay, fair enough. You open that. You open that door.
Hopefully that one.
It's a very pointed question.
Yes.
Is that the one across the hall?
Yeah, I'm like,
you sure about that?
I mean, I just need to know if I have to just describe the other reading room. I don't know what you mean. It's just I have lots of descriptions
Yes,
saved
yes,
up over here that I have to go and read. And you all kind of look to where Nil has seen something, and you make out this kind of swirling shape lashing out at you down the hallway. Ogrel is gone. He is like, apparently you went to open the door. He knew what was coming. He gave you a heads up. He's just not here.
Good man, yep.
And Mocker up front is you're going to have a you're going to feel the mist around you just start to harden and constrict around you, almost as though someone were wrapping you in a blanket. Give me a reflex save to try to shake this off.
Mocker cannot be contained. It's going to be a 21.
21. You manage to kind of twist and kind of fight your way free, and the mist will kind of poof out, and again, kind of just kind of just go back to its floating
Yeah,
form.
don't go back to pretending like you're not doing anything. I see you now.
And the thing will rush out at you, tendrils lashing out at you through the mist. This is going to be a 29.
Not a crit. AC 20.
Not a crit is the important bit. The thing does still hit pretty hard. That's going to be, even with a glance, you're going to take 8 bludgeoning damage.
You'll hear him groan a little bit.
And the tendrils wrap around you tightly, constricting you into a grab. And as it does, it's going to cinch down on you, and you're going to feel it try to crush you in its grip. Give me a fortitude save.
Uh, 18.
18. You kind of try to fight it, and then it just crunches down on you. You're going to take 8 more bludgeoning damage as it starts crushing down on you. This thing has seized upon you strongly. Drevin, what you want to do?
When they come for you. Oh, no, sorry.
They snuggle! Not in a good way!
While
You can see tendrils wrapped around your friend.
Aggressive snuggle.
while grabbed, I cannot share that space for the purpose of shoving this thing farther back into the room.
You cannot. No, I don't believe there's any way you could do that. I mean, you could. You basically have to
tackle, spirit tackle both.
Yeah, you'd have to charge. You have to push through both of them. I'll let you try it. It'll be really hard, but I'll let you try it.
Okay. Well, first things first. Lay on hands.
That feels great. Thank you.
That feels
12
great.
health and plus 2 AC.
Thank you.
Then, I'm going to try to shove my way into the room.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a shot against. We'll do it this way. We'll do it a shove with 2 action. You successfully shove Mocker and then successfully shove the thing.
22.
That
22.
gets me.
Mocker's fortitude save is a
18.
18. Yep, perfect. You managed to push into Mocker, and then you push into this thing. Go ahead and give me a check.
That will be with map.
Yes, with map.
Then that's only a 14.
14. You trying to push past everything is just too much, and you have to kind of get pushed back and stagger back to your space.
I have very limited options for my current position.
Yeah, you're kind of all tied up in a hallway right here.
I don't have ranged options.
At all?
Nope.
Oh, well, yeah, that's awkward.
I've got lay on hands and my reaction.
Did you bring the glaive from the giant?
Nope.
You're trying to maneuver that around, pivoting it down the
One
spiral
corner and you're done.
staircase. Yeah, you're done.
Well, you got another action left.
Oh, you said it's 2 actions, the shove thing.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 shoves.
You spent
so.
one on
Lay on
Oh, and a lay on hands. Lay on hands. Calbum. It's quite a pickle your friends have gotten themselves into. You can kind of vaguely see what's happening. Tendrils wrapping around Mocker way down there. Mist obscuring your sight.
I'm wet and cold, and I don't like that. So he pulls a, where is it? Where my toys are. Hold on. I have toys. Where's the one I'm looking for? Wrong one.
Got to get your right cat toy.
Wrong one. There's one more in here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, well, he pulls a ball of twine that is, once again, very wet. This time it kind of smells a little funky, though. And then he throws it. And as it arcs through the air, there's like a little spark from your electricity that ignites it. And it ignites as it's flying through the air.
Very nice.
Hopefully it hits. I'm going to re-roll that. Because I don't think that's going to hit. That is worse.
Only by
All right,
1.
No.
So
I went from a 4 to a 3.
yeah, so
no.
AC of 12, I assume, is not going to hit.
It is not.
Yeah.
No.
So
no.
the,
I was hoping you would hit, so then I could tell you to roll concealment after the fact, because this thing is definitely concealed in the mist.
Nah, all right, well,
But yeah, no, I'm afraid it's not going to hit.
yeah, so because it's so wet in the air, the sparks don't ever ignite the ball, and
And
it just bounces ineffectually away.
Roll somewhere into the guard room.
And then I shield myself because this looks weird and scary.
All right, well, Mocker, you are grabbed, slowly getting crushed, and yeah.
You have 2 AC.
Step number 1, flex. I'm going to break this thing's hold with Hex alone.
Hex alone. That sounds like you're trying to athletics yourself out of it.
Hex or it didn't happen.
I love it. Roll it.
That is a 19 on the die for a
gosh.
29.
The flexing happening here.
Does that critically succeed?
It does not. It
that would be hilarious.
Almost critically succeeds.
Wow.
You rip these tendrils off of you, break your way free, no longer
Mocker
grabbed.
suplexes his way out of this thing. I'm gonna get out of Drevin's way quickly while I have the chance and try to get behind this thing.
Retreat. So you're gonna try to push past it.
Tumble through.
Yeah, I'm gonna tumble through it.
You need to try. You can either tumble. You have to tumble through it.
No,
It's
I'm
blocking
fine
the
with
doorway.
that. That's what I was planning to do. That's acrobatics, correct?
Yep.
Against its reflex.
It's gonna be a 19.
Total.
Yep.
You go to tumble through, and this thing lashes a tendril out, tangling your legs, keeping you from being able to push past it.
Bummer. Okay. In that case, I'm going to take a look at it and see if I can divine whether or not the thing has any weaknesses from where I'm sitting.
Give me an esoteric lore check. I tell you what, actually, roll me a conceal check first.
Really?
It's hard to see.
It's hard to see. It's a 7?
7 passes. You can make out enough details to possibly glean some information.
It's weak to being seen.
It's very shy. That's its weakness.
That is going to be a 13 only.
13 only. That's still only a normal failure.
Okay.
So you're not able to glean anything specific to this creature, but again,
It's weak to my pecs.
it does seem to be. It seems to have a lot of. It seems to be some kind of creature that has a lot of water associated with this. Wet mist is plastering your hair to your face. You do have a lot of salt. That would kind of serve as a sort of a desiccant if you're able to put it on your sword. Maybe that would be a way to get a personal antithesis off against this thing.
Guys, it's weak to boasting and salt.
Check the bags, I guess.
Any boasting in here? And that's going to be your third action. What's you going to do with that information, Nil?
Well, I'm actually going to step into this room on the side just in case we need more room to maneuver in this hallway.
You step back into the comforting confines of the private reading room.
It seems lovely in here.
There's some nice lanterns. They're not lit, but they are there.
Can I grab one of these lanterns? Are they pretty well secured to the wall, or is there one?
No, they're on a hook, so you can take them off to clean them and service them and whatnot. So you could take one, yeah.
Can I take one and light one and throw it into the other room?
Sure. You take a lantern, you open it and light it. You actually see that there's a candle inside it.
Oh, it's not like an oil lantern.
It's not an oil lantern.
Oh, okay. Well, it's better than nothing.
Okay.
I guess. I do have Bones, but Bones is, somewhat unreliable in fights. And,
Man, he's never getting past that.
and see if I can't do that anyways.
Bones is kind of out of your reach right now anyway, deliberately so.
Well, we're having a bit of a moment.
A bit, yeah. Like you hit him. That was very abusive. He's strongly reconsidering your relationship.
No, he'll get used to it.
Nil, the toxic dwarf. I love it.
So I'm still gonna try and throw the lantern onto the backside. Maybe if I can backlight this monster, it'll be easier for people to see and easier for people to avoid, and
That's clever. I like that.
something like that.
All right, you're going to. So you grab this lantern. You light it. I'll let you do that as an all in one action, and you can try to wing it down the hallway. It's an 8-foot tall hallway,
Okay.
so you do have some clearance even over Drevin's quite impressive height.
Okay.
You can try to arc this lantern over to try to launch it into the guard room. Give me a ranged attack roll.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have not a terrible range attack, but it's only a 12. I hit the back of his head.
It used to be like
I mean,
an AC.
to target a square is only AC 5.
Well,
right?
it's targeting a square that you can't see that is through 2 people worth of soft cover and a doorway. So
mean,
the
it probably
target you're
doesn't
trying to hit
critically
is a
fail.
lot smaller than 10 square feet.
It probably doesn't critically fail, but it probably doesn't succeed.
Yeah,
Well,
5
I
square
might
feet.
hit the back of your head. Is there another lamp?
So, yeah, I'm going to say that one is going to smash into the top of the doorway. It'll crumple down and fall down, and the candle will go out as the. But there is one other lantern in the room,
It was
which
a test
you can,
shot.
which you can grab next turn, perhaps. The Thing's turn is up. Mocker is still directly in front of it, and you have +2 to AC this time.
I do.
The tendrils will lash out at you. That's a 31.
Not a
crit,
crit.
baby.
Not a crit.
Is it seriously?
No, no, because my
Yeah,
AC's
20
22
plus
right
2.
now.
Yeah.
It's a 31. Yeah, and it's 20 because of the
Because
lay
of
on
the
it.
lit. It's not a crit, my guy.
Lamp plus 2 AC is great.
I love +2
Dang,
AC.
nicely done.
Value.
I'm tired of rolling that die. It rolls 1s all the time.
I love that die.
That's a good die. That's
Yeah.
my favorites. It's
Uh,
my
You
die.
just rolled an 8.
That's a 19 bludgeoning damage.
Woof.
And it is going to, again, tendrils are going to wrap around you and crunch down. Give me another fortitude save.
That's way better. It's a 23.
23. Well done. You're going to take 4 constrict damage this time. Kind of managing to tighten your muscles and
You'll
keep
take
it from
0.
crunching.
Oh,
Because
thank
I
you.
have my reaction.
You do have a reaction. All right, so you'll
I can't
retributive
hit it.
strike. You can't hit it, but you will catch it with that. And as this comes down, you'll feel sort of a baleful gaze move from Mocker in this thing, and eye, briefly concealed in the mist, will turn towards Drevin. And Drevin is going to feel the mist around him solidify and start to lock his arms down. Give me a reflex save to try to shake this off. No bulwark for this, I'm afraid.
Then 15.
15, and the mist solidifies around you, freezing you in place. You are immobilized.
You know what? That doesn't stop. Reactions.
As long as you can't swing at it, but as long as you don't
have
have
to be like damage resistant.
No, fair enough. There's no somatic or manipulate. There's no manipulate tag, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Perfect. And the mist around you is also, if anyone tries to squeeze past him, you'll find it's difficult terrain as well. What's Drevin gonna do?
Try and break out.
Okay, give me an escape check.
27.
27. I'm assuming this is athletics.
Yes.
You managed to.
It's the same no matter what I use.
Strain against it. You managed to break your way out of this solidified mist. It's still very thick and congealed around you, so it's difficult terrain, but you're not immobilized any longer.
I will ready to trade places if you can get yourself free. I'll spend a reaction to move in there as soon as the space is open.
So you are readying a stride.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Calvum, what you doing?
Calvum, having heard that the thing is shy, thinks very hard in his brain. Can it make a will save for me? DC 19?
It might. Depends on how well I roll, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to make that. I want you to fail that.
Oh,
If you could
okay.
fail that, that'd be great.
I'm getting mixed messages.
Just fail that will save for me, please. If you could fail it by 10 or more, that'd be even better.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
a
be
17.
great.
That'd be
isn't it?
great.
Yeah, it's 17. Okay.
That was a cock die. You got to re-roll that. That seemed wrong. That was no.
That's a 28, I'm afraid.
Did you do the dice test, sir?
It was quite flat. It's just that it's got a weird script on the dice. I can't read it.
28 is not a crit success. It hears in its brain, I can see you. And I'm trying to daze it, but it didn't work. I can't stun it, but I do 1 damage, I guess.
Wow, you guys fight like
Is one-
really intense battles over here.
is 1 divided in half because you succeeded 1 still?
One
If
is
it
still
were
one.
just-
Yeah, okay,
if-
great.
If it were just you guys fighting a fight, it would be the slowest fight ever.
So that was my action, and then I shield myself. Because...
So you dazed it. It doesn't daze do like more than 1 die of damage at this level?
No. It in fact doesn't do any damage if
It gains damage at this.
Yeah,
level.
this is when I get damage. It otherwise doesn't do anything if you succeed.
That's an awful spell.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a cantrip. Whatever. It's fine.
Fair enough. Okay. Well,
if you had crit failed, it starts adding stun effects. But,
fair enough. I got
yeah.
you. Well, Mocker is in the loving embrace of the cold, chilly tentacle demon.
Oh, I thought I succeeded.
It grabbed you again and constricted. That you didn't take as much damage,
Oh,
but
okay.
the grab happens when it hits you.
Okay. Well, I'll feel a little bit of a glow from my sword as he gives me a little bit of encouragement.
Sounds good. Yep. Some of that soothing
Some of that hot
health
hot
comes
healing.
back. Very nice.
And then Mocker will once again kind of focus in on the muscles of his chest and attempt to attempt to
Give me that escape check.
it's going to be only a 16 this time.
Only a 16 this time. That is not going to do it. You are being held fast. Apparently, it's got your measure now. You got 1 more action.
No, I don't. That wasn't an action. My familiar can just...
That's a familiar thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is.
Command.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Command.
command doesn't
Doesn't
tell you to
have,
do that, and then you had to do an escape attempt. You got 1
Yep,
left.
I'll escape attempt again.
Give it a shot. Multiple attack penalty.
I keep forgetting not every familiar has like the autonomous action thing.
Those are rare, actually. Those are rare things. To be able to have it do its own thing.
Yeah, it's not going to succeed. It's a 3 on the die.
Okay. You are trapped in its cold, clammy grasp.
Ugh, some help!
What's Nil gonna do?
Heal.
Don't worry, help is on the way. As I go grab a lantern.
You grab a lantern, you light it, fling it down the hallway.
Okay. Don't worry. Aiming very hard. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is tragic.
I was gonna say, oh my gosh, good or oh my gosh? or-
No. That is a 10 total. It was a 3 on the die, so I didn't particularly fail.
Fair enough. So this lantern will fly overhead. Perfect arc, smash. You have a perfect shot. You throw that lantern and hit the door frame dead on, like boom, right there. This time the lantern actually catches fire as it falls down. The paper of it actually creating a small little light source at the bottom, which might not necessarily entirely negate the concealment of the creature, but you certainly can see lots of ominous shadows of its tentacles lashing about. Got an action left. You'd have to step into the room this time.
Well,
There might be more lanterns in the other room if you want to open that door.
that's true. There might be anything in that other room, actually. We don't know. There could be anything.
Could be an anti-mist monster potion.
Okay, well, for 1 action... Ooh, I don't know what I want to do for 1 action. I don't have many 1 action kind of things. Oh, I could cast guidance on my good old friend, Drevin.
Guidance on Drevin it is. All right, this thing, it senses weakness. It's a little bit disconcerted from this thing, but it's going to, again, it's going to keep swinging at the target right in front of it. It's got you guys in a long line here, so it's going to continue. Oh my God! All right, that's the 32.
That's a crit.
Alrighty. That's 26.
Nice.
And I'm down.
So
You'll
Nice
take
little
5
bit of
less
shoot.
if that matters.
Doesn't matter. I was going down to that.
And Mocker slumps in his arm, falling down. And the tendrils will then spin around and just move to the next person in line. Will lash out with impressive reach, going to bludgeon at Drevin. For a natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if it grabs, it saves me having to move.
It does.
Bring in close, baby.
22 bludgeoning as it smashes against you. And you will become grabbed. And it's got one action left, and you're going to feel those tendrils constrict around you to try to crush the life out of you. Give me a fortitude save.
27.
27. That's normal success. So you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. I don't remember a rules check. I don't think it explicitly says it does this, but I seem to recall it happening a lot. If it grabs you, does it move you to adjacency, or
when
does
grabbed, you're moved to within reach, and if it has reach,
it has reach, so it just keeps you there. Okay, that's what I thought.
Couldn't it be at the discretion of the creature at that point?
If the creature wants to make a bad choice, I suppose.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to help us out here, bud.
Drevin, actually, Mocker is gonna go down here. All right, Drevin, you're up.
Well, first break free.
Roll it.
Got to break free.
22.
22. You will force your way out of these tendrils.
Then I'm gonna step closer.
You step on top of Mocker.
And now the fight starts. And I'm gonna smash this thing in the mouth.
Concealment.
Extremely
That's
cocked. It's
cocked.
literally
That's for
standing
sure
straight
cocked,
up.
yeah.
Fair enough.
It would have passed concealment either way, but still. 18.
Pass.
16. 23.
23.
Even
Solid
with
hit.
map.
The first time the creature's AC has been used.
Yeah.
No,
Undead?
That's not true. I tried to hit it with the AC and I missed.
Ah.
Undead.
Undead, no.
Only matters for dice.
Yep.
That will be 7 damage. It'll just receive a nice solid whack.
Whump. The creature has a very rubbery flesh in it, kind of almost rebounds a bit. However, you do feel it does shiver in pain from the strike. One action, I think, maybe?
Break free, step, smack.
Right. Calbum!
Calbum thinks of harder again. He's like, but you want to be weaker, right? You want to be weaker? Can you make a fort save for me?
I
would love for you to fail this one, please. Just fail it.
Yeah, this one.
Fortitude
just,
save, huh?
Yeah, if you could critically fail, that'd be better for me. I'm just saying, just do
Well,
it.
You
Just-
know what?
just
I rolled a 20 on
do
the
me a
die. Let me
solid.
see if a 1 will pop up. That's not great. That's a 16.
That's a fail. All right.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
a step in the right direction.
You're enfeebled 2 for a minute.
Dang, what was that?
Enfeebled.
It was enfeeble.
That
Okay.
was a.
That's the name of the spell.
Become weaker.
Yeah, become weaker. I burned a first level spell because we're not doing great here.
So -2 to all of its stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so all of its anything strength based.
Yes.
All right, got it.
And I shield myself as well.
Could pay some dividends. Nil.
Sweet. So I'm. Stupid lanterns, whatever. And I.
It was a cool idea. You just had to make it to the doorway.
So I just take my staff and I plant it in the ground in front of me. And it actually, as you see, like as it like slams into the ground, you see the deflated corpse, not corpse yet, body of Mocker go a little bit. And I will do the 2-action heal, which is 2d8 plus 16. That's just 2d8 plus 16.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Nice. Oh, that's a great one. That's
Wow.
13 plus 16, which is numbers.
29.
Mocker will gasp, awaken. I'm just gonna shunt him to the square behind Drevin.
Ow.
Perfect. And then I'll cast guidance on him since he's been shunted into my reach.
Oh, great. Here you go.
Yeah, here you go. Try. I don't know.
Well, Mocker awakens with aching ribs being set back into place by Nil's magic. Prone behind Drevin, who is currently battling these tentacles that are flailing at him.
All right, we're gonna try this again. I am going to. I'm going to attempt to get up, and using my getting up as kind of a springboard, I'm actually going to attempt to kick off the wall and jump and pass through this thing.
Another tumble through.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Give me a tumble through. Let's see if we can do it.
It's weaker now. Not that matters, but
All right, that is actually way better. That's a 23.
That will just pass.
That
So you
gets it
have
into
to
flanking.
Get up and move. I think it's half your speed, which is just enough to make it past everybody.
That was the plan.
And you manage to roll past it. These tendrils flail at you, but you deftly spin your body, avoiding them, landing on the opposite side of it, ready to do battle.
All right.
And that was get up, tumble through. You have one action left.
Sweet, that's just what she needs.
I'm going to smash down at this thing.
Get it, get it, get it! Cut those tendrils off! Roll me concealment.
It's a 10.
Pass.
Sweet.
And that's only going to be a 6 on the die, so that's going to be a 15.
15. It will. The sword will cut at this rubbery hide, but bounce off of it. The thing is a little tough.
AC
actually.
is strength-based, right? That's how that works.
You're thinking clumsy. The creature's eye will roll on the top of its head to follow you as you go back to it, and you will see the glint of a malign cunning. This is no dumb creature. You see it moving around, despite its alien biology, despite how it's flailing about. This thing seems clever. It seems to know what's going on, and the creature's eye will quickly roll back to Drevin, and the mist will encase around you, trying to clench you again.
Is that a
Give me
manipulate action?
It is not a manipulate action. It doesn't even have the concentrate tag.
Oh, that's reflex, right?
That's a reflex save for you.
No.
You gotta know.
Not 20.
What?
No.
You can never try that
Oh,
again.
that kind of no?
He's
Yeah.
demoralized.
No.
Did you actually roll a nat 20?
It's there.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's even
God.
facing the camera. It's
Yeah.
nice and convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my God. All right. He's
No.
doing Chad, he's doing the thing again. He's doing the thing again where he
So
ruins
it
everything.
begins.
You break out of this thing, and this creature is going to slide around to put its back into a corner to try to prevent it from being surrounded. However, you had tagged it
Yep.
with its esoteric weakness, and that is going to trigger your attack of opportunity, your implements interruption, as I recall.
Naji will go, and there it is! And he'll actually kind of drag my arm along for the ride. This is more like him getting excited than it is almost me hitting him.
Well, give me a concealment check for Naji.
Naji has dark vision, if that helps.
It does
Mist.
it have
It's
mist
the
vision?
You need mist vision.
I didn't know if that mattered. That's a 14.
That's a pass. Roll to hit.
Oh,
That's
it's
only
so
a
close.
dude,
Did I see it bounce to it like a 19
Yes.
or something?
It bounced off a 19 onto a 5. So no, I'm not thinking that's gonna do much.
All right. So 5 plus a bunch. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna. It'll again bounce off that rubbery hide as you move, but its eye will widen as it sees you lash out reflexively. You think that it's going to be a bit more careful of you next time. It tried to freeze air. It shrugged up a hit.
Had
It's
one
got an
more.
attack left.
Yes.
It's gonna swing out at you with its finesse tentacles. It's not gonna be taking minus to
Oh,
this.
that is such crap.
So sorry. It says it right
that's
here.
so crappy.
It says
Wow.
However, that's
here on
definitely
the
going to help the damage he's about to roll. A 25 to hit.
Oh, it's only a hit.
And you'll take 5 less.
So 5 less, and it's enfeebled.
Correct.
So that's
7 less total.
So that's going to be 10.
Okay. Nice. Good damage resistance, guys.
Yeah.
Drevin.
Cannot believe it has
Stop
finesse
running.
weapons. That's so
The
crappy.
tentacles are finesse.
Oh
It
my
says it right
gosh,
here.
That's so
I hate that.
annoying.
The soup is tasty because the book says so.
Stop running and face the punishment for the waste of time you've caused.
And I'm going to go over and try to smack it.
Roll me concealment.
6. I'm glad that was the concealment.
There you go.
But yeah, there we go. I forgot about concealment. I was like, that sucks. But no, concealment, cool.
It's always going to work in his favor. He's
Yeah.
never going to screw it up. Yeah. He did a 20 again. Didn't he?
19.
It's a 19 on the die.
close.
So 31.
That's a critical hit.
Bonk.
Don't look at me. I can't
It
roll
always
above a
works
6
in
this
my
session.
favor. The house is stacked.
As soon as the dog gets
This isn't your house.
16 damage, and it is now prone.
Yeah, 16 damage, and it's now prone.
Actually, it would have applied prone to the minotaur, but it died.
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah.
Clobber it. This thing falls down in a lashing swirl of tendrils. I believe you have an action left, sir, and it's prone.
Bonk. Pass concealment with another 6.
The malachite die is
Oh,
mocking
no,
you.
you're safe. It's only a 2.
Really?
No,
Two on
no,
the dice?
no second bonk.
All right. You smash off the flagstones, and Calbum, you're up. Your
Catches
friends,
the corner.
You hear them. The mist actually recedes down the hallway as the creature retreats. It seems that it is the one that's causing this, not. It's not just a room full of mist.
Right. I will stride up to the door so I can see it. Zoop.
You can see it.
Not
you can see
inside
a
the
form.
door.
You can see a form of it.
Good enough.
Striding up to the door, you'll have to step into the mist, but you can see the forms of your friends
Sure.
kicking and swinging down at something
sorry.
in the corner.
It's not prone. This is a hammer, not a club. It gets knocked back 10 feet,
Which you can't do.
so it just takes a d6 of damage.
Oh, if you can't, it's extra damage if you can't take movement. Okay.
Yep.
He gets
Be like
squashed a little
falling.
bit.
4
A little
damage.
Squashed.
It's a little squashed, a little extra damage there. Oh, how much is it?
4.
Okay.
Just 4 bump.
Bonk.
Callum returns to his old handy ball of twine, which is wet and gross. This
You
one
pick
is-
it up off the floor where
this
you
one-
threw
yeah,
it first.
No, this is a different one.
A different one that's also
'cause-
wet and gross.
Yeah, this one's very cold water right now.
Gotcha.
And, super cooled, you might say. And he kind of tosses it over. And if you could make me a fort save, please.
I can. Do you have to roll a hit for that?
I do not.
Okay.
That's all just flavor.
That's going to be a 22.
That is a regular success.
5 damage.
So, yeah, you'll take 5 damage.
Okie dokie. It's got ice will kind of
Yeah.
coat
It's a little
over
frosty.
this thing, and it actually seems to be taking some damage from that.
That's it? Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Nil, what's up?
Okay, sweet. Well, nothing like walking into a room full of mist. Just kind of gives a good atmosphere.
Nice and
Besides, a little moisture is always good for, the stuff I keep around. So, I'm going to walk inside the room. I'm going to say, pardon me, Kelvin.
Yep.
And walk inside, maybe to the right side. Yeah, over there. That's perfect. That's where I'm looking for. I love it. And then I am going to, I guess I could do, I'll just, while I'm kind of getting ready here, I'll just zip along an electric arc. And just like as I'm walking, I'll just be dragging the end of the staff along, and it'll zip over onto the other side of the room and try and get a little bit of damage. Extra damage.
Alrighty. Well, the thing is prone and is.
It's not prone.
It's not prone. Sorry, it's a little bit dazed, getting whacked around a bit, bounced against the wall. Its reflex is not so great. It gets a 15.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Excellent. Excellent. Well, 7 damage.
Takes the full thing. So
It does.
And it will get raked by this electricity. Mocker, you're up.
Mocker is going to quickly throw back a healing potion.
So pull, drink.
Full drink.
Yep, 2.
pull drink stat.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But first, drink. This is the lesser, which is
2d8 plus 5.
plus 5, right? Okay, good. So that's going to be 16.
Got some potent healing potions right there.
And that is pretty much enough to get me back to full, which is excellent news. And Mocker will salt and crust his sword and swing down at this thing and just say, all right, this has to work eventually. You can't be immune to your own weakness.
I mean, you can be. It's Pathfinder.
No, you can't.
If the words are on the card, that's just how that
All right,
happens.
there we go. That's a 24.
24, you cut in with a triumphant cry from Najee. You cut the creature soundly.
Ha!
Roll your damage.
Minimum.
Yeah,
No, maximum.
Whoa,
maximum,
one be upon
maximum.
ye.
Why?
Because
you
it's
like
funny.
That's
Pretty
a
good.
6 on the die.
That's fair.
Thank you very much.
Because it's funny, Nick.
It's okay. It's a thaumaturge. Even minimum damage is kind of.
It'd be like 12.
It's going to be 14 points of screw you damage.
14.
Yeah.
What happens?
Ah!
We did it.
So he goes,
Ugh.
you can't contain me, you can't contain my salt, and you can't keep winning. He'll say as he slices into this, and he'll take off 2 of the tentacles, and it turns out those were the 2 that mattered.
Yeah.
You saved the eye. This is great. Excellent aim.
As this
Najee,
thing,
Najee assaults it.
Get it? Assault with my deadly weapon.
the thing collapses onto the ground in a twitching mass. Incidentally, for future reference, Maul actually is knocked prone. Club is knocked back, so you had it backwards.
I had it fully backwards.
But the creature falls down, and the mist starts to slowly subside in the room. It reveals, in fact, that this is a creature. Now that you can get a look at it, it seems to be, it looks almost like a giant octopus that has a particularly large eye. Like,
Nobody touch anything.
right there in its face.
It's an octocon.
And the you get like a look at it now, and some of you who might have goodness gracious, what would this
The
thing
combination
be?
between an octopus and a gorilla.
If anyone has Arcana or Occultism,
I have
I'll
both
let
of
you guys use it to identify.
Ooh, I want to.
I have occultism.
If you're interested.
Yep.
You want us to roll it?
Yeah, go for it.
16.
24.
That's a nat 20. So a 25.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Dang. Wow.
So,
Knowledgeable group.
for the 2 successes, you will recognize this, and of course, Mako will get this too. This is actually an elemental of
an
all
octocon.
things.
The
This-
mist elemental.
This is a mist stalker.
If you said mist elemental, I was coming over the table. Because
Heavens.
I was joking, sir.
It's a mist stalker. Thank you very much.
That makes more sense.
It creates a cloud of mist, hides in it, and is able to lash out at people. This thing isn't so much like a bound devil or undead. It's just this esoteric, weird thing, which you have known is able to be summoned to guard areas, and apparently Belcora used it in this particular instance. Very rarely are people able to actually see what these things look like because they're constantly shrouded in mist. Although, underwater, the mist isn't there, and you can actually see what they look like, which is particularly large octopi. In particular, you would know that it has the it's rumored that its eye, not only are these things quite intelligent but very, very cunning, but they are also they seem to have a property of being able to minorly control water, especially mist, which gives them their ability to solidify mist to almost grab people with the air and water itself. The eye that you know of, that the eye is probably has been rumored to be the source of this power.
Mocker is going to use a point of supply, and he's going to grab a jar out of his bag that has some fluid in it that's like a
Embalming
fluid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the eye, and I'm going to pull it in there, and I'm going to seal it.
Yeah, wow.
Excuse
You're gonna have some
me.
fights
You're gonna
over
have
there.
To fight.
Dude, this is a gift for you. I'm
well-
literally putting it in here.
I'm like hunched over it. I'm like, wait.
I'm gonna
You're
go
not touching.
sit down in the corner while they're arguing over eyes because I have 12 health.
I feel great. What's wrong with
I'm
you,
going to
bud?
start refocusing.
Wait, yes.
Possibly the blood leaking out of my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's also I've got a bag. And I'll run over and drop a bag. It's just oozing like through the bag. It's like a leather bag.
How is it oozing through leather?
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's very oozy.
That's some sick stuff.
It's a bucket of KFC is what
It's stitched, so that's where most of it's coming from.
Yeah, you'd think. And so anyway,
I'd hope. Curious that I'd hope that, but...
and I'll give you this bag. This should make you feel better. And,
Do I eat it like the last
I thought
thing?
you were talking about the bag you're putting over the eyeball. No, that's the thing you hand to Draven.
Is this like the last one?
Oh, man.
This is so much worse.
Is this another alpha berry?
yes.
Okay.
That's like
a
this
42
one's
save.
a gusher, so you have to like
18, which I believe is the DC.
I think that's just
Yeah.
enough.
Yep. Excellent.
So
work.
again, somehow tastes fine, kind of crunchy, not enjoyable.
Doesn't
but
really
I'm a-
taste enjoyable or fine, but
I find a way.
you do.
Puppy.
You do. Tastes like a piece of licorice.
That's terrible.
That's the
Yeah.
How much is it?
That is 2d6 plus 4. And then I will oh nice. And then I will turn around, be like, okay, we need to do this systematically. This is maybe the only one we ever see in our entire lives.
First, we have to preserve the eye. I'm gonna take some wax out of my bag, and with a little bit of flame, I'm gonna melt the wax around the seal to make sure that the goo that's preserving the eye doesn't get out.
Okay. I mean, normally I would want you guys to roll survival.
Can
to
I roll
properly
esoteric
butcher it,
lore
but
to
I
get
mean,
the eye
well,
out?
I mean, you got this natural 20, and I think you guys are doing so great about it. You spent some supply on it, so you also have some perfect eye plucking tools in there. Why not?
You better believe I have eye plucking tools.
So-
Do you know who we are?
You've got, and this eye is this jar that you've had to put this thing in is huge, is big, because this eyeball is like this big. This is a huge eyeball, and you have this thing just kind of floating in this jar now. This thing is quite useful. If you wanted to make any kind of ritual, or if you wanted to make an alchemical item that was powered by, that had anything to do with controlling water or fluid or mist especially, this would be very useful for that. Of course, you could also sell it, but I get the feeling that Nil doesn't sell any of these.
He'll also take out a little bit of white chalk and put a little white heart on it, and then he'll kind of hand it to her.
Thank you. I will basically just bask in the glory of this eyeball for a minute.
It's staring right back at you.
Do you think part of it's still alive?
I think it knows. I
The
think it
eyeball
knows.
slowly constricts. It just might be a post-mortem reaction, but you're not sure.
I'm absolutely sure this thing is still alive. This is excellent. Okay, well, stay here and pat it on the head. Pat it on the top
Pop,
of the thing.
pop, pop, pop.
Well, I might as well go look at what else this thing has to offer in case we has more tasty snacks.
Well, looking around,
Take out my diary and start to draw it, because this might be the only one we ever see ever, so I would like to get some sort of record of what this thing actually looked like.
fair enough, yeah.
It's just an octopus, man. When octopus get out of water, that's just how they are, man.
No, this is an octocon, I told you. Mix between a gorilla and an octopus.
What a terrifying thought.
That would be wild.
Looking around the room, it doesn't appear that this thing had anything else on it, or even anything on it at all. However, you do see in the far wall of the room is what apparently was a concealed panel that has long since been opened, and its contents have been gone through. But poking around inside, you can see that sort of tucked away on the very bottom, underneath a shelf, is a small container. Which when you flip it open, it's like a satchel. You flip it open, there's actually 6 potions stored there in a sort of a divided pouch that was specifically designed to hold these bottles securely. Looking at them, they have a label on them, which is long since faded away. But perhaps with some expertise or possibly experimentation, you might be able to figure out what these things are.
Cool. Take them with us.
Excellent.
The mist has subsided in this room as you've rested, and Ograil kind of creeps back into it. Oh, good. You didn't die. I was worried about you for a minute there. Some of you are really small. And as you sit and look, your psychometric resonance will go off again, and all of you can kind of, as that mist subsides, the underlying current of this room, you can again feel that spiritual signature of Otari in this room again. Apparently he moved through here. Investigating it, it kind of comes to your thaumaturgic senses. Again, the spiritual resonance will wash over all of you. And you will see Otari crack the door and slip into the room. And out of the mist, 3 of these creatures assault him. And Otari, with rapier in hand, spins through their melee. He dodges their attacks. The flailing tentacles, they try to solidify the air. He slips away like water through their hands. And
Reflex save on a rogue.
Exactly. And with flashing stabs from his rapier and fainting attacks, the creatures, he dispatches 2 of them before slipping through the far door and escaping. Apparently there used to be 3 of these things in this room until Otari came through a few centuries ago. The room that the doorway that Otari slipped through has a sign on it that says to library, and the other doorway has 2 signs on it. One says to dining room and to security.
Huh. We know which way we're going.
We're not opening those doors till we're all healed up.
Yeah.
There's a couch in the other room. It looks very comfy.
We have a hero point from Darmasen for the octopus expert. Keep saying that truth, Calbum.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Speak the truth, my bro.
Truthin' over there. Truthin'
We all
over
know.
there.
We all know.
Speaking truth to octopi.
It's what Big Octopus doesn't want you to know. When they get out of the water, they get all misty.
Thank you, Darmasen. Alrighty. So, you'll gotta be taking another 10-minute rest in this room, I take it?
Probably like an hour.
Jeez. You beat the crap up, huh?
Well, it's going to take 30 minutes for me alone, and then if anyone else needs touching up.
I am actually back at full. Because
Yeah,
I
I'm good.
potion.
Cool. Then 50 minutes.
Did that take you all the way up to full?
It took me all the way to
So
full.
your wound is gone too.
Yep.
So then 50 minutes.
Okay.
So that I have 2 charges ready to go.
All right. Well, that's a long time for any of you guys. Anything else you guys want to do?
Well, I've got to make more snacks. I've got to do a lot of things. around
Identify
here.
potions.
There's also the
Yeah,
rest of the
we can
body,
actually identify potions. That's
Alright.
actually a good
I
idea.
have quick identify, so I could actually identify pretty much all 6 of them in that 50
quick
minutes.
identify.
Yeah,
Start
dog.
rolling me some stuff. You guys, you can roll it just to make my life easy.
Arcana? Yeah.
Yeah, Arcana is perfect.
Cool. How many times?
Well, there's 6
6 of them?
potions, so although 2 of them seem to be
A nat 20.
They seem to be a couple of pairs. You got a nat 20 in the first
Yeah.
one? All right.
A nat 20 and the other one is a 22 total.
Okay, nice. All right, so the first thing that you're going to identify, first of the 2 lesser healing potions are super easy to pick out, right? So I'll say that's your 22. The natural 20, you're able to identify a couple of things. These are called Bravo's Brews.
Oh, nice.
These will bolster people's
Bravery.
mental fortitude to improve their courage.
Excellent.
Totally not just a bottle of whiskey, I promise.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like just some whiskey, but I guess that's fine.
There are 2 other potions that appear to be different that need identifying.
Can I have one of those lesser healing potions since I use one?
I'm
of
not
mine?
claiming any of these. I'm just identifying them. That's an 18 on the die and a 9 on the die, so a total of 20 for the lowest, and then a 29 for the other.
Let's see, good enough. You have a moderate skeptic's elixir, which is a
It's like the
that
reverse
one.
of what I
it's
want.
like yeah, basically. And then there is a bark skin potion.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got bark skin,
2 lesser
Skeptic.
healing, skeptic, and the brew.
Bravo's Brew.
Just one of those brew?
Just one of 2 Bravo brews, 2 lesser healing potions, 1 skeptic's elixir, 1 bark skin potion.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of those healings. If you want another one,
Be best for one of them to have it.
here, you keep it on you.
Okay.
Because if one of us goes down,
Yeah.
that's an emergency boop.
Yep.
True.
I can't use it if I'm unconscious.
It's true.
Alrighty. Well, after some quick identification and a nice long rest for Drevin to piece himself back together, meditating on meditating over a book he can't read.
Meditating over the symbol on the book.
There you go. Looks very
Very
calming.
pretty picture.
Very pretty picture.
It's the intent, not the practice.
That's it. You are back again. O'Grail seems to be patiently waiting in the corner, kind of watching all of you.
We gotta get his food for him. Of course he's gonna be patient.
Yeah, I mean, he's been waiting for a long time.
Let's
so.
go get that man some snacks.
What's 50 minutes?
What's 50 minutes? He kind of gestures ahead this way towards the library. Back when I was with the Morlocks, when I was alive, we fled down this way. It was a rough fight. That's where I got bit. But I was strong. I fought them off, and we were able to make our way up the stairs. Grolgast brought the stairs down with his magics to keep them from following us.
Oh, that explains what happened to the stairs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But, once I started turning from the ghoul fever, they cast me out, sent me down here, said I might as well be with the ghouls. On ingrates.
That's mean.
Huh.
They should have been better friends.
I've got no love for Grolgast. Even if he did send you down here, just know he's an evil sort.
I have good news for you.
Huh?
We killed him.
He's dead. Oh, you did?
Calvin.
Splendid! That's lovely! He wasn't... The only way it would be better is if he were a ghoul, and then I could eat him.
You could still eat him.
Yeah, but... dead flesh.
But if it's him, some things are worth the satisfaction.
Wow.
Some dishes are best served cold.
Desperately trying to convince this ghoul to go eat a corpse of a guy you don't like.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah,
We
he
don't
doesn't like him either.
Yep.
That could work, actually. But if Grolgast is gone and the Morlock tribes, then they're gone too. I could leave if I want to. But there's nothing really up there. The undead are here. These are where I want to eat them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, you made my day, friend.
You're welcome, bud.
I've never been back where it says security and dining room. I mean, I guess it's nice if they have tables and stuff. But
Well, if you're
I've
gonna
never
eat
been.
ghoul, you should really do it at the table.
I guess we could go look at that if you want to. The library is down this way.
I'd like to deal with the ghouls now.
Okay. Well, let's go deal with the ghouls then. It's gonna be awesome. I have after you. Kind of sits in the corner. He looks real happy.
I'll lead the way.
Gets a napkin out.
Yeah.
Because we know what happens when I don't open the door.
Uh-huh.
The tentacle monster eats whoever's there.
Yeah.
You know what? I opened 3 doors and it was just fine.
No, it has not been fine every time you open a door.
Oh, can I check on that other room across the hall and see if it would have been fine if we had gone in there?
You can walk back out there and check the door open.
During the 50 minutes that we were sitting around?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you'll take a peek in that door, and you'll look in, and it's
There's a dragon.
It's another reading room. You see it's called private reading room on the door. You walk in the room. It's a couch. There's a couple lanterns that are unlit. You don't even need Borrow for this. It's just
I'll glare at the lanterns.
glare at the lanterns. Checking the lanterns out again, it seems to be a candle inside this lantern. They're not oil lanterns. Maybe it's something to do with the smell or something like that. But candle lanterns are fairly common. Candle and paper. It would create a nice, pleasant glow. And while you're in this room, you kind of start looking around. You almost feel like there's someone else in this room. Like something is here, and it's watching you.
Yeah, this is the type of spookiness.
Calvin. What? Calvin.
He like puts the bottles back in the thing he just completed. He's like, what?
I've got a spooky feeling about this room.
Look
This-
around. Are there any eye holes?
Go in there.
So you two run into the room, and as you come in to back up Nil to look in that room, and you kind of see them trailing off. Drevin's meditating down the wall. You all of a sudden, an eye, like a giant
This
red
place is
eye,
full of
just
eyes.
opens on the wall, and Nil will feel a wave of just paranoia overwhelm your
Yes.
senses.
So, normal Monday for Nil.
Give me a will save, Nil.
Okay.
I like how every time this happens, I'm not there to witness it.
Yeah, bud.
I haven't seen this once.
Oh, this is excellent. 15 total.
We can't have the cop around when we're doing ridiculous
Yeah,
crap.
come on.
All right. So, the
Yes.
world shifts.
Do I need to make a will save or is it just Nil?
At the moment, it's just Nil.
Okay, great.
The world shifts. You are in this reading room. You are dressed in a fairly archaic fashion, but one that would be high fashion in Absalom. You're also way higher off the ground than you're used to. But that's perfectly reasonable. You are, after all, third son of a minor noble house from Absalom who's never going to inherit anything. However, you had a quick tongue, you had a sharp eye, you had a keen wit, made you perfect for spycraft. So that's how you served your royal family. Well, minor noble family. They're like 14th in line to the throne. Never going to happen. Really, counselors of Absalom, nobility, wealth, it was a far thing for you. But this is a way that you could go and serve your family and also, the city that you love. You've made your way out here undercover. In fact, you are here in Absalom, from Absalom out here to this dread fortress in the middle of the swamp of nowhere, because you've gotten in good with the mistress of this place. You know of her plans to overthrow Absalom.
And
you know of the fact that she actually is starting to get some means. Lots of people want to blow up Absalom. No one really can do it. But there's concerns that Belcora might be able to. On your last trip back to town, you managed to slip some information to a fairly capable band of adventurers known as the Rose Guard. Surely they'll be doing their own investigations. But in the meantime, you're out here to kind of recase the place. Maybe when they make a move, you'll be in a position to help them out. All of a sudden, you sit down in the reading room, perusing a book, basically passing the time, when two doors that were concealed in the walls of the room open, and guards, both human and monstrous, rush into the room. One of them will look down at you. You thought you could go without being detected? Miss Belcora sees all. Come with us. We'll wring every secret out of you. You know for a fact that if you were to succumb to torture, all of the secrets you know could be damning to the people of Absalom. You draw your sword, prepared to fight these fools off. As you roll me some initiative.
I'm excellent.
Callum, you roll me some initiative too.
Okay. 20.
19.
20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roll me a hit against your assailants.
This is going to go poorly
This
for
is
me.
gonna go great. I love this. Ooh, this is excellent. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 15 on the die. Am I doing...
That's a hit.
Well, it's only plus 7, so 22.
That's a hit.
A 22.
That would even hit me. So
It's not a crit.
Nil, her eyes kind of roll really wide, and she's like, "You'll never take me alive!" And she swings her staff around and
Kind of
clobbers Calbum right in the head.
A muskier tone than normal. So, like, instead of the really high pitched, it's more of a lower. You'll never take me alive.
Did you roll your damage?
The damage?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. What is... Okay,
It's
let
your
me see here.
staff.
Yes. Let's see here. Dice
One hand or two
1d4. I didn't grip it. Well, I guess I probably didn't grip it. Let's see here. 1 plus strength is 3.
Coming to the Gnome Dome, baby. Can't roll anything above minimum damage. That's how we do. 3 damage.
Calbum's a little bit shocked. What your turn? What you want to do?
okay, wasn't expecting that.
What would Calvin do in this situation?
Well, you know what's happened.
Yeah. All right. Calvin just grabs your head. He goes, "You're just having
You're just having your mind expanded, man. You're gonna have to come back to us. You gotta just chill out for a second, man.
We'll get all the secrets out of your mind.
You just stay there, but don't hit me no more because that hurt. You gotta get the secrets though.
You know what? Actually, roll a will save.
About to get your mind expanded.
That is at 18.
That's a fail. Not a critical fail though. And I just try and daze you the little crap.
Just a small daze.
I just grab your head and go, Kah! Get yourself together, man. And I roll max damage on you, which is 6.
So 6 mental damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
Almost
your
as
assailants,
much as I'm taking watching this.
yeah, as your assailants attack you, trying to grip you down, strangling at you, you feel your vision swim as you feel this fear overriding your senses, panic starting to overtake you as this devil-horned beast is trying to claw at your face. And at this point, that eye in the wall will turn over to Calbum, and you have a will save for both the both of you.
Oh boy. That's a 3 on the die.
That's a 3 on the die! Yes! Oh my God, we're amazing. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Can I
guys.
just close the door and let whatever's gonna happen happen?
I don't know. I'll get in there eventually.
It's a 13.
Mine's a 12.
Oh my God, teamwork makes the dream work. This is great.
Oh my gosh.
Are we both being apprehended now?
So,
Nick was not ready for this. Nick was
you're
absolutely...
the 2 will people.
That's right.
Look, we're a team here.
Hey,
All right.
listen, that's called dice making story.
God, is it amazing?
To be fair, their will saves are barely better than mine.
So, Calbum, you're going to get a similar vision. You are this noble spy from
Calbum
Absalom, and you are being accosted. Your cover's been blown. Belcora is coming for you and is trying to wring every secret out of your brain. Nil, you're going to feel this panic just overwhelm your senses as this your brain actually starts to pulse from the panic closing in around you. You're gonna, oh boy, you're gonna take 15 mental damage.
Jeez, that was a lot of dice.
As you feel this panic pounding in your skull. As you're fighting off your attackers, the both of you. So around this time, you kind of hear a panicked shouting coming from the room as you're making your way down the...
I'm going to take off running
Okay.
toward the room.
You'll make it there, and roll me an initiative.
And a will save.
Oh, there's all kill each other. And thus the heroes.
I'm here so that when that happens, I go back and get more people.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 14 and a 13. So 14 on the initiative is...
There is no will save for you yet.
Oh, it's a 25 then.
25. So you're going to be up here. So you're going to come in there. You're going to see...
Unhand me,
Nil
you
and Calbum.
No. Now we're in it together, homie.
Nil and Calbum
Get outta
looking
here,
around the
dude.
room, really wild-eyed. And Calbum's grabbing his head. Nil's grabbing her head. Flailing around and swinging at each other. And that's what you see when you kind of look in the doorway. You got 2 actions left.
Is there some sort of haunt going off?
Well, you know what? You've got haunt ingenuity,
I do.
Miss Thaumaturge. Why don't you give me a perception check?
That's only a 4 on the die, however. So that's going what
is happening?
13.
Hey, you put a dangerous room, we're gonna find it.
Yeah. What is? You guys walked right past them like they're never going in there.
Yeah. I'm like, nah. Wait.
Then you walked back. It was great. So you like kind of look around. It's like is there a haunt? Is this a haunt? Have they gone crazy? What's going on? And then you look up, and then there's this baleful red eye just staring at the both of them. And you're not sure if this is a haunt, but that looks pretty spooky.
I'm gonna grab them both and try to pull them out of the room.
Roll to grab, who do you want to grab first?
That one, because he's tiny, and I'm pretty sure I can get him.
Roll me in athletics.
Is it opposed?
Nope, it's against your fortitude DC.
Oh, okay, great.
Fortitude plus 10.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 27.
Oh yeah, that's a critical success.
You grab, you can actually, what is it? You
Grab
can actually,
and
like,
chuck.
immobilize, right?
He is pinned.
Pinned.
So cannot take any other action except for to try to break free.
Try to break free. Okay.
Unhand me, you
and
fiend!
mental. You can also
never
do
take me
mental,
alive.
Like he could cast shield.
He is, you are, he is, the spy doesn't know shield.
That's fair.
You grab you grab Calbum. He wriggles in your hand, like a demon possessed. Unhand me!
Desperately trying to reach for that cyanide pill.
Yeah. Nil.
Must not let them take me alive.
I'm coming out swinging.
Yeah,
My father will hear of this.
You'll never take me alive!
Let's see here. Oh, a nice 6 on the die for a 13 to hit.
13 to hit. Let's see here. Give me a hot minute, because you actually got 2 targets.
I mean, the
Oh, am
answer
I
is
not
no for me.
attacking?
But
No.
it's no to both.
Oh, it is no to both?
Yeah, I have my AC 16.
So, okay, so even when you're pinned, it's down there. Yeah, so the
It'd be
the
14.
You swing your staff through the mob of attackers.
Yeah, I'm like grabbed. I mean, it's difficult to swing.
Well, you're not grabbed.
I am.
Oh, yeah, you are grabbed, actually. Yeah, it's
obviously.
true.
There's people all
They're,
over the
they're
place.
piling on you. You're trying to swing away at them.
It's a valiant fight.
You got 2 actions left, though.
Well, I'm obviously going
Machine
to...
gun the swings.
Yeah, my goodness, the amount of swings that's happening here. Ooh, it's great. 13 plus 6, whatever, or 7. 20 minus 5, 15.
So it
15.
does matter for this one.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it would.
Could hit me.
All right.
flat-footed.
Well, it's Calbum. It's a 1. Roll me some damage.
Receive
Okay.
onto
Bring
thy-
that minimum damage.
Ooh, that's a 2 on the die, so a total of 4
Oh.
also. And then...
Callum has a black eye.
I just keep hearing the sound of a hollow melon getting thwacked.
I don't know. What would be my third action as a noble of this,
Sneer.
The
Reaction sneer.
to intimidate. No, that says the attack trait.
No.
Intimidate doesn't have the
Intimidate.
attack
No,
trait.
you can do intimidate.
Intimidate. Yes, I'm going to try and intimidate. Unhand me, you heathens.
All right. Give me a. Let's see. You're gonna try to demoralize. Give me that intimidate check.
It's a 7 on the die, so it's a total of 6.
Nil gestures towards you imperiously. Unhand me, you vagrant!
Unhand me. I think it's nasally.
All right, Calbum, you've been seized by
so
your attackers. You can try to break free with an unarmed attack.
Oh yeah. Athletics or acrobatics? How does that work?
It's
Athletics, acrobatics, or an unarmed attack strike, whichever you like.
I mean, I don't know.
Probably the best one.
Unarmed
Alright.
is most likely best.
That's a 12. That ain't going nowhere.
No, your unarmed attack, which would be
You're
you can
trained in
choose to
it.
do
Yeah.
athletics, so you could just fail.
I mean, all of them are gonna.
Well,
fail.
he would try to. He would be trying to succeed.
Yeah.
So
I rolled an 11 on the die. If it's acrobatics, it's 12. If it's athletics, it's 10.
Well, you're trained in unarmed strike, so you're going to be trained. So that's going to be 2
What's your
plus
spell
your
attack
level,
roll?
so it's plus 5. So
What's your dexterity?
Plus 1.
6.
so
6 plus 12
6.
is 18.
Yes. 6
what's-
plus 11, 17.
17. What's your? I thought you rolled a 12. No.
He rolled
No,
an
no,
11.
no.
Okay, 17. And then Mocker's fort DC is
18, so he
18.
doesn't break
nope.
it.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I knew this.
Do
was
it again.
Do it again.
That's all
do
you
it
can
again.
do.
That's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
you can do.
Nope.
Nope.
And ooh,
Nope.
No.
You're a minus 10.
has
on
a
that
Yeah,
one.
never mind. I forgot.
Ooh, oh.
That would have on the first one.
Yeah.
So at this point,
You're just wiggling.
if Mocker wasn't sure if this is a haunt now, but at this point, the eye is going to gaze around the room, and a wave of paranoia is going to hit you. Very typical of a haunt. This is a haunt of some sort. You're going to need to make a will save, and the
Roll
rest
a
of you are also going to
3.
need to make will saves.
Yes, we're great at these. Ooh, actually, that was great.
Yeah, that's pretty
27.
It's a 21 for me.
Roll a 3.
Let's see. Those are all successes, so you only take half damage. So that's going to be 4 mental damage for the both of you.
23.
23. Okay. Again, this wave of paranoia is going to overcome you.
But I know what a haunt is.
You're going to be frightened too.
Okay.
But the room seems full of shadowy figures moving about in this aggressive, unfriendly manner. You're not sure exactly what's happened. You have no idea where Nil and Calvum are, though. But you're still you, but you get a strong sense that something happened here. The rooms on the sides of the door that you didn't see before open, and these shadows rush into the room, moving in this. It's very ephemeral, but they're still very menacing. Something happened here that was very bad, and the
horrific.
spiritual resonance is still here. You can almost see it play out in front of you, but you're frightened too right now, and you are kind of off kilter.
Am I still holding Calvum? I know I'm still holding him.
You feel like you're still holding him, but
Can I attempt to throw him out of the room?
You give it a shot. Give me a flat check. Roll an 11 or better, and I'll say you managed not to let go in your
Because I would like to
confusion.
try to at least get one of us out of here to tell Drevin what the hell is going on.
Trevin's having a great time.
Yeah.
He's like
Say
the
whatever.
idiot.
Y'all.
That's a 14.
Okay, give me an athletics check to throw Calvin for a shove, technically.
Well, reposition. The new maneuver thing.
Oh,
That's
there
a
you go.
19 on the die, so it's going to be a 29.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
You
he is gone.
pitch him out of the room.
I only weigh 30 pounds.
I know, that's what I mean.
And you will like land into the hallway in a sprawl.
Haha, I'm free.
Well, and you've got a couple actions
cover.
left.
So at this point,
You don't see Calvum, you don't see that you threw him, but you just feel this oppression, and above all of these shades is this red eye staring at you from the wall.
so what he's going to do is he's going to take Najee, and he's going to hold his sword to his
Yes,
heart,
kill them all.
and he's going to meditate on who he is as a person and attempt to use essentially what amounts to his spiritual resistance in his knowledge of who he is to this place to overcome it. Like, he is a descendant of the blood that took this place back from its greatest evil, and the evil cannot hold place in him. He won't let it.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to shake it off.
This is not typically how one goes about trying to shake off a haunt, but you do have a rather particular connection here. Go ahead and make me a will save.
Sorry. It's going to be a 19.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. You focus down. It's going to spend the rest of your actions to try to do this. But you manage to kind of hold the shadows at bay, and you don't feel them progressing. Go ahead and reduce your frightened condition down by 1
Okay.
at the end of
Frightened
your
1.
turn. You're down to frightened 1. And Nil, you are still being accosted. You're fighting them off. The one that you clobbered staggers out of the room, clutching his face from your mighty rapier strike. But again, there's still like at least another half a dozen in this room.
Boy, howdy, am I good with the sword, though. So, like, obviously
You
I'm
took that
winning
guy out.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm winning here, so I'm probably just going to start flailing around the room trying to, like, kill people.
Sounds great. Roll me some attacks.
Okay, we got a 17 on the die. It's a 24.
I think that's a hit.
A 4 on the die, probably a miss.
Fainted. You fainted him on that one.
Yeah. And then fainted, go ahead, double faint.
Sounds good.
4 on the die, 6 on the die.
Roll me some damage for that bonky rapier of yours.
Okie dokie, that's a 3. Oh my god, damage going up.
Look at
It's
it
a
go!
Look at this
5
man.
total.
5 damage. Mocker's going to get whacked in the face as Nil batters you away.
That's nothing new to Mock.
Get away from me! Calbum, out in the hall, you've managed to stagger free from your pursuers, but you're sort of clutching away at your wounds as you try to stagger. You've been wounded badly, and you're staggering down the hallway as the ruffians behind pour out of the reading room to go and drag you away to the dungeons.
Haha, they'll never get any of the information I have, and I'm the smart, capable individual.
Smart and capable.
And I'm like hauling ass, but which means I'm gonna pass Drevin as he's sitting there, and I'm gonna be moving and muttering to myself all these like spy incantations and looking. Yeah, I'm moving past you, so
So
there you go.
stuff that Calbum says normally.
Yeah, it sounds totally normal, to you, but yeah.
So you're not moving past Drevin because there is a ruffian in that room who assails you.
Oh yeah, right. That makes sense.
So you'll need to do something about that.
Great, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Do it.
You don't need a sword.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Are you
I'm gonna punch Drevin as hard as I possibly can with a natural
way.
20.
I'm just kind of sitting there.
Wow.
Draven's like,
Wow.
huh? And Calbum comes rocketing in with this flying elbow drop.
Oh my god!
And just clobbers you right on the sensitive part of your nose.
Roll the D4
roll
plus your strength.
You
plus strength.
You got pious puppied.
That's a 1 damage for a 2 on the die.
Yeah.
So critical hit, 2 damage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I doubled it.
Draven's like, what the heck's up with you? Ow! It wallops you right in the nose.
At this point, I have become involved.
I still have another attack,
Yeah.
and I miss that one quite poorly. I hit you really, really hard, and then I go for the next swing, and
I am now directly involved.
You are now directly. Why don't you roll with some initiative, Draven?
Yeah.
Look, this is bad.
This is great. Are you kidding me?
Phenomenal.
12.
That's about right.
It sounds about how motivated you are right now. And at this point, the eye in that room is again going to kind of sweep over both Nil and Mocker and give me another will save as this wave of paranoia rolls through you.
This is before I got to heal, by the
18.
way. I have 10 health.
23 again.
18
I mean, listen,
and
you've now entered the gnome
23.
dome, so you better watch out.
So let's
I'm
see
going to
here.
step on you. I am sorry for what is about to happen.
That's okay.
So 7 mental damage for Mocker, 15 for Nil.
Okay.
As this wave of paranoia rolls through your brain. The shadows seem to almost assail you, Mocker. Meanwhile, Nil,
Nil
are
passes the heck out.
you are fighting to the death, and as you fight and try to fight these creatures off, one of them pulls a knife, and with a jerking motion, you see you dodge and actually are shoved by an attack behind you, and you fall directly into it. And the guard who stabbed you, his eyes kind of widen. He did not intend to kill you, but you almost, as you fall over and your eyes flutter closed for the last time, you die at least knowing that your secrets are safe. Belcora got nothing from you.
You've already lost and you don't know it.
This swarm of shadows swirl around you, Mocker, and you are basically lost in what's going on around you. What you want to do?
When they come through.
Mocker is starting to have a better idea of what's going on, and his fear is starting to kind of become less intense.
Mm-hmm.
He'll start whispering his family's motto, and then he'll realize that, wait, the light of Sarenrae, and he'll start praying. And he will pray to Sarenrae, and he will start reciting his catechism, and he will pray to have his eyes opened by his goddess.
Give me a religion check. Oh, newly inducted acolyte to Sarenrae.
I didn't think that was going to pay off, but I like it.
Oh,
Yes!
no.
That is an absolute 1 on the die.
Okay, it's a critical failure. All right. All right.
This is awesome.
What?
So I'm going to be the only one who gets out of here alive.
Yeah, really, though.
What a bunch of nonsense.
Oh, I guess I can spend a hero point.
could if you want
No,
to.
it's more
It's your
fun.
hero.
Yeah, I'll spend a hero point.
Roll
I don't
it
have
again.
one. I used it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
You did use it.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right. I did.
This
yeah,
dice,
yeah.
the dice tell the story.
No, the dice tell
That's
the
the
story.
discard pile. Yep. All right. Well, so you start trying to pray to Sarenrae, and you are praying for Sarenrae to come and intercede and close this off. And you feel almost sort of like a hollowness to this. And after a while, when nothing is happening, you kind of realize you're basically asking Sarenrae to do all your work for you. It didn't occur to you at first, but you're actually being very presumptuous of your new goddess.
You're right.
And
You're right. That's bad.
you start to feel like, uh-oh, I hope I didn't tick her off. Increase your frightened level by 1.
Okay.
It's gonna tick down to frightened 1 again at the end of your turn. But what would you have 1 action left.
He'll take out his bell and he will ring it and put a little bit of thaumaturgic force into it, and he'll attempt to break the haunt by piercing through this with sound.
Well, I will point something out that you can actually try to analyze the haunt with your esoteric lore, because it actually specifically works
then
for
I will
haunts.
Absolutely do that.
So if you want to go ahead and give me a check on that, you can.
That's good to know. I didn't actually know if it really was a haunt or not. It was.
Well, yeah, no, you figured it out. It was a haunt. Once it started working on you, you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a 15.
15 is not enough. There's something a bit more intense going on here, but it's possible that you're just not really sure. You're a little clouded here. Maybe if you take another chance at it, maybe you get it.
Okay.
I do want to mention that before we started today, Nick was like, "No, we don't actually have Corwin, but it's fine.
What are the odds?
You guys are fine." I'm like, "You guys are."
I'm
and
about
she's
to
like,
hit the gnome with a mallet.
He's like, the chance of you guys going down is really low, and I'm like, but never zero.
But never zero. Neil, why don't you give me a stabilize check?
Yes. Hey, ooh, 16.
You stabilize.
There you go. Look, we're doing great. All right.
See, we're succeeding. We're fine.
Hey, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin's gonna fight for his life. Here we go. Does a 13 hit you, sir?
Almost.
Yeah?
Fish for them
great.
20s.
Here
Let's
we
see what
go.
happens.
Here we go. All right.
I had 2 5s.
Bunk, 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 bunk.
I
You'll
think
never take me
fighting for
alive.
All of those dice added together barely would have hit me.
All right, well, Drevin, what you gonna do?
Come at me, buddy.
And actually,
Take me alive.
and at this point, like, you'll see Calvin kind of pause for a minute after, like, he swings at you a bunch, and his eyes kind of blink a bit and focus on Drevin, and you're no longer the Absalom spy. You are you, and you're in this room, and Drevin is standing over you, looking really angry, rubbing his nose that you have just
blood on my
there's
hands.
blood on your
Well,
fist.
you come back to coherency as you see the mallet coming up.
This makes sense. I always knew you were corrupt.
That sounds more like you.
You're already swinging.
If you said that out loud,
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened, but we clearly are fighting. So
I'm going to go just step over and work my way over to kick you. Fully kick and just shove you down the hall. You're getting DOS booted.
Whatever.
Poor
It's just the
Mocker.
day I'm having.
Yeah, Mocker gets the blunt at the short end of every stick.
Roll me
13, which won't shove you, won't crit fail.
a shadow looms out from behind you, assaulting you, shoving at you, trying to knock you away.
And then attempt to shove again just to get whatever the hell is going on in there away from the both of you. Because it worked for him. He seems back to his normal level of crazy. 21.
That'll succeed.
There we go.
You shove. You have to enter the room and haul him out, and you throw him out into the hallway. You have 1 action left. You can. You see, Nil is just
No, move, shove, shove.
move, shove, shove. Okay, cool. So you have to go and grab him and haul him out of the room. The eye will again open on the wall. You see it, plain as day. There's a giant red eye on the wall.
Get wrecked, son.
Can
and
you do it?
it's going to
Get wrecked, son.
wash over you. And this wave of paranoia will kind of swim
This is where the
over you.
malachite fails you.
Go ahead and roll me that will save.
That's 20.
I hate you.
Not
Seriously?
20.
Pious puppy is so pious. He's like,
Never
bring it
punish.
on. What's up?
The wave of paranoia will sweep over you, and you'll just grit your teeth. You've seen what's happened to your friends, and you just
This is why we
force
bring
it
him,
out of
obviously.
your mind. You can see Nil just laid out on the ground in the room.
Nothing bad happens to Nil this
clutching
turn.
a wound in her chest, but with a smile on her face as she's down.
She just looks a little unconscious.
All of you did this over an eye. Lovely.
Mocker is you have found yourself been shoved back. The shadows are still swimming around you. You can no longer see the eye. You've been shoved away from it.
I'd still like to understand what this haunt is.
You could move back within sight of it and
No,
give
I'm
another
all right.
esoteric lore check.
I'm solid. I'm fine.
You're
I'm not
just
sure
gonna
that's
sit
true.
down while the shadows
Yeah,
are swirling
pretty
around
much.
you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it. I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling.
Mocker just kind of sits in the corner and just kind of holds in, just kind of looks around a little bit. And at the end of your turn, the shadows will fade away, and you see a very annoyed-looking Drevin kind of side-eyeing you.
They went into the room and they tried to get killed
I
by a
noticed.
haunt.
And Calbum is...
Still just a little bit of blood trickling.
What happened to your nose?
And then, because
You're out of
It came into the
initiative.
gnome dome, baby.
technically, while unconscious, you're an object. So on my initiative, pick you up, leave the room.
You drag Anil out of the room, close the door.
No
Nil,
more.
Nil is completely laid out.
The Malachite giveth.
And the Malachite...
I have
Malachite.
10 health.
Yep. Malachi, do what I do.
Well, that wasn't how I expected this session to end,
It
but
wasn't.
god dang, did it end with a bang. That was...
We're going to be here longer than an hour now. This is going to take a little longer to heal.
Augrail is like, at the end, like, oh my god, I'm so glad I never went in there. That's awful.
This is what I deal with every day.
With no one but
really
the
is,
ghoul to
though.
commiserate with. Our paladin sits in the corner.
I'm fine.
Drevin, you are really, truly a trooper.
I sure hope Corn
You're
catches
a
up to them
trooper.
by next week, because
We
I
got
don't think
saved
they're
by a
gonna
20,
last.
by the way, because I was going down if it
I
hit
don't
me.
think they're
Oh, for
gonna
sure.
last.
Oh my gosh.
in the holy
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this episode of Abomination Vaults,
Or
where
something.
the spookiness is real.
Spooky.
Everything is real.
Everything is real. We'll catch you.
I knew it.
We'll catch you again next week. Stick around. Watch the new trailer for Secrets Between the Stars, airing soon on the Undeniably Good Time Network. Thank you all for joining us.
I cannot believe it.
Guys, I just had an idea.